Three things rule the world. He said money, power, and sex appeal. And he said if you have enough of one, you can get the other two.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, that's deep.
So let's say you go to a Diddy party and he said, and it's 2 a.m. now, and he's telling everybody, okay, it's time for the shenanigans. You staying?
I mean, I'm on mic, so I wouldn't answer that.
So you staying?
No, I'm not
Jay,
staying.
you staying?
I think the celebrities come and then they
Jelani,
go at a certain
Jay,
time.
Going home.
Look at me in the straight. No, you're not.
Going home.
You can say no. So the thing about throwing a party, I didn't tell you to come. I didn't tell you to partake. I didn't tell you to take the drugs. It's your choice. So those people made a choice. I think Kamala, low-key, she was already set up from the get-go, to be honest with you. I think it was a losing battle. Her getting the nomination with only, I think, 80 days, you couldn't really win.
It was a losing battle.
You couldn't win too many people over that. And the fact that I think where she fucked up was when they asked her, well, how is your presidency going to be different than Biden? And she was like, it's not. And then somebody said, well, what she meant to say was it's going to be completely different.
No parking on Sunday.
Do you want to run for like Connecticut? Something?
Yeah, like I think
I can see you
max out as governor. I like to shake hands, kiss babies. People always joke at ESPN. I know everybody. Like last night when I walked in, he was like, "Oh, you, what's up?" I worked the room.
How does nigga know all the freshmen?
I was popping.
I told you. Y'all like the biggest socialites I know.
Who, me and him?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even like people, so I don't.
Whether you like them or not, you still talk to them.
Because I have to.
Why do you have to? Because you're a socialite.
Because I need things from people.
Oh, he's a user.
I
He's
need-
a
Wow.
user.
I am. I'm a user and abuser, dog.
Wow.
But nah.
Give me some nice outtakes.
Might as well call him Diddy. at
But
this
low
point.
key, I could see you as a PSA. Or what is that thing? PTA. I can see.
I
Eric.
mean, he's already his kid's coach.
Oh, for real? I could definitely see you as a PTA like manager with the gavel and shit. Like meeting adjourned.
Y'all watch Power?
No, hell no. I mean, I watched the first. I watched the first Power, not the Raising Cannon.
No, I'm saying like
all that other BS.
Councilman Tate.
That nigga was
You
corrupt.
wouldn't be corrupt.
I wouldn't be corrupt. Y'all seen the dude that was corrupt with the dreads? They took all that money, got reelected in D.C.
Oh yeah, but he low key. So the problem is when the FBI is investigating, all they're really doing is low key saying, "Yo, we're gonna get somebody who's bad as shit to offer you a lot of money." They're not really. The nigga wasn't corrupt until y'all put money in front of him. He wasn't about to do that shit until y'all niggas set him up. It was a setup.
They hemmed up the other person, and then it was like, "Who can you point us to?" And he was like, "Oh, I've done some shady stuff with."
So the nigga was snitching.
Yeah, the person, that's how it always goes. Someone gets caught and they give up somebody more important. Who cares that you got caught? Yeah, you're the CEO of this, but a councilman, oh, that's more spicy. So yeah, let's move up.
That's whack, dog. I would be a corrupt politician because everybody's already corrupt. So who gives a fuck?
That's crazy.
Nigga, all of them are corrupt. Even Bernie Sanders.
You know
dog.
what kills me is y'all niggas be justifying doing shit because everyone else does it.
Yeah, I mean that's the same shit that everyone's like, oh, if Trump was black, we would have never gotten into. It's the same thing everybody does. Everyone always justifies things based off of other people's actions. It's just the way life is.
I guess niggas don't got integrity no more.
Shut the fuck up. You be the first sellout I know.
No, you're the sellout.
No,
Clearly.
oh my
On
god.
camera, you have told us
This
that you'll
nigga
sell us out.
would sell us all out and make some bread, and he will sell us to whoever. Stop playing, Jay. Stop acting like you have the moral compass.
Well, you know, we have a podcast, and I think our listeners will come to a conclusion that we all can agree upon, and it won't be you. So, you know,
I'm honest.
That's the great thing. That's the great thing about this podcast.
He's the kind of politician that will lie in your face and tell you some shit and then do it behind your back. I'm the kind of nigga that will tell you, look, I'm gonna scheme and get us the fucking bread.
You know what's crazy?
I'm
about
gonna be
what
like
you know
that.
what's
I'm
crazy?
gonna be real
You know
as
what's
fuck.
crazy about what you're saying? I'm not going to say what I want
Don't
to say.
say it.
I'm not going to
because
say
I feel like you're about to say I'm
but you know what's
Trump or
crazy?
something.
Throw him underneath
No,
the bus.
I was going to do something worse. But you know what's funny?
Oh, I know what you were about to call me.
Go ahead and be your stereotype. Go ahead and be your stereotype, my nigga. Do your
This
thing.
nigga's calling me a Nigerian scammer.
He said it. He said it, not me. Listen.
Wow.
Hey, what Jay said, I'm just going to rope. Y'all kick away the chair.
That's crazy. That's crazy. This
did it,
nigga's
not
calling
me.
me a Nigerian scammer. All right.
I didn't say
You
it.
linked it to it though.
Listen, you walked me to the job.
But fuck it. Let me intro this pod though, because y'all niggas is distracting
I
me.
bet you know what episode we on though.
Ooh, we done skipped a few episodes. I think we're on 34, right? Anyway, welcome to No Parking on Sundays. Your boy Eddie Midnight. I'm here with my boy Jay.
What's good, y'all? We're
AKA
back.
Jay Moolah. We're back from a long ass hiatus. Niggas was in Japan.
You know what's funny, y'all? That's how you know he had a good vacation, because this nigga doesn't tell you anything he does. Anytime he's like, "What did you do this weekend?" "Oh, you know, just laying low." "Oh, I went to Japan, guys." This nigga came back with a life-size Pokemon and everything.
Living life. Golden Pokeball.
It was dope, man. It was dope. But also, we do have a special guest here, our boy Eric. He's joining us way from Connecticut.
Yes, sir.
Good friend of ours. We've known him for a few years. I think he's Jelani's ex-best friend. So now,
Well, first of all, you know what's actually really great about that statement? Though?
First of all,
there was a fight about this a long time ago.
No, not that fight. But listen, the funny thing about this is Eric is actually my very first friend in college.
okay.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
we
he's
go.
the very first people.
And
Nuddle?
Nuddle. Not just Nuddle. Like, he was the first
Nuddle
person I met.
is a
He was
wild
the first person
name,
I met.
low-key.
So our freshman year, that summer, we hung out tight, right?
My
Had a
first
ball.
club I ever went to was with Jelani.
Yeah.
You remember what club?
Platinum.
Wait, it was a club?
Platinum.
And where?
Oh, F Street, D.C., Washington, D.C., F Street.
Platinum.
It was next to Ultra Bar.
Yep.
What a time, man.
Ultra Bar. I remember
I
Ultra
remember
Bar.
walking in, I'm like, oh, this is a club. They had ladies
Y'all
in
were
the
under
cage.
18?
It was
No, we
18.
in college. We're 18.
It was like,
Oh, so I mean,
Me and Eric, so that summer, we hung tight, right? And then we went back to school, right?
okay.
he acted like he ain't know
Nope, he didn't. You know what he did was?
I do?
He met Brandon. He met VCOM. I'm just leaving it at that. And then when he met VCOM,
it was over for
that
you.
was it. He said, "I don't know that nigga no
You
more."
better do it. Damn, son. You
Look
better.
at his face. Look at his face.
Hold on, yo. First of all,
Where's your loyalty, bro?
But this is the
this
kick
is
it
what
off.
happened.
Go ahead.
I met both of them freshman year. So what ended up happening, me and Jelani was hanging out crazy, but then Brandon became my best friend. He's still my best friend to this day. But I introduced Brandon and Jelani. They lived in the same
And then
neighborhood.
they got cool
And then
as
they
shit.
became
And then he got mad. Then what happened? What happened?
He did
What
get
happened,
mad.
Eric?
What? I
I heard
mad?
you. I heard
When
you got mad.
About
Look,
what?
Because Brandon's now my best friend. No, let me phrase that. Let me kick it up. Let me kick it up. I'm Brandon's best friend.
So this is very, very funny. He's only claiming Brandon because you dubbed him in the kitchen earlier. So I come into Jelani's beautiful home and I'm like, okay, he doesn't have any of the pictures I send for Christmas on his refrigerator. That's cool. I ain't gonna trip.
Oh, my
I
God.
look, I'm like, there's multiple pictures of Edwin on the refrigerator though. So okay, interesting. So I'm just like, hey, is Edwin your best friend? He's like, yeah. Edwin's like, no. I was like, oh. Then he gets on the mic because he knows.
You know what's crazy about
didn't
this?
get
Well,
claimed.
first of all, that's crazy because what happened was,
Bro, this
you
is
see
crazy.
how revisionist history works? He didn't ask me if Edwin was my best friend. He asked Edwin. Edwin stuttered because he was nervous.
No, you said no.
Edwin, no, I didn't. No,
You
I didn't
said
answer.
yes.
I didn't say a word. The question was not posed to me. I didn't say a word.
Okay.
I just laughed at him because
maybe-
I was like, but
Maybe
listen,
you will be a
the
good
kicker is-
politician
but listen,
because you're lying.
Listen, I'm not lying.
I told you, this
But
nigga's
is
the
kicker.
best
This is
politician
kicker,
ever,
though.
dog.
But listen, at the end of the day,
He's a manipulator.
At the end of the day, the catch here is that I'm everyone's best friend. They all love me.
Sure. I like the confidence, my guy.
He is low key, and I'd be looking at him like,
It's
why
true.
the fuck does everybody like you and you act like you don't like nobody?
Hey, man. I'm likable, and I have multiple friends. So.
Hey, Eric, if I haven't told you in a long time, I love you, bro.
I love you too. I
Hey,
like to
hey,
tell my
none of
friends
this
that.
sappy shit on this podcast, dog.
I learned that from one of those movies. Like, always tell your loved ones and friends you love them because you
What the
never
fuck,
know
The
when it'll be
Notebook?
the last time. So now,
That's why he ain't got no friends that love him back, because he be saying shit like that.
That's cap.
hey, man.
I got 2K friends on Instagram.
Okay.
I see what you did there.
Real friends, huh?
Oh, man. All right.
I like their pictures. They like mine's back.
There we go.
Just don't check the DMs.
I was about to say, never mind, I'm not going to say
Don't say nothing.
Oh, actually, this is very random. I came up with an algorithm in my mind what makes sense for your like count based on your followers.
What do you mean?
So if you have 2,000 followers, I feel like at the very minimum, you should get 10% of your likes on a good post. So if you have 2,000,
Yeah.
you should get at least 200 likes on a picture that I think that's good. And
Yeah.
then from there.
I agree.
10% is the algorithm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
so-
I think some people aren't
feel
on
that.
Instagram. Some people won't see the post, and then from there, I feel like 200. If I
You're
see
right.
you with 2,000 and you only have
40
or
likes,
less,
that means something is off. Yeah.
you might have fake
you might have
followers.
fake followers.
Bought
So
them or something.
You're right, completely right about that, because when I look at like
Or you're a
when I
loser.
post a story,
What did he say?
he said unless you're a loser.
Okay.
But
That's not you. I'm just saying, like in general. Like
Nah,
I literally had this
I'm
conversation.
gonna let you finish your point,
When I
and then
po-
please come back to me.
when I post on my story certain things, I see that if I have 2,000, I usually get I average like 100 people who look at it. So in my head, that's I'm terrible at math.
That's
it should
10%.
It should be 200. I'm sorry, to make it whatever. But if I post like certain things, like let's say from my weekend, my extravagant weekend, then all of a sudden it's 3K, it's 300.
Oh, for sure.
Jumps up.
Niggas be real, but the algorithm works based off of this person. People lingered on your post a lot longer, so now they push your shit, and now all of a sudden you have people like
It's true,
random
though.
people
It's true that
that
happens.
never watch your story. All of a sudden
It's
they
like, where'd
watch
you
your
come
story.
from?
I'm like, nigga, who the fuck?
Yeah. But before he goes and does Eric things, let me just say, hold on, because
Wow.
because I'm gonna cut him off
Hey.
because wait.
Let him-
No,
we have not gotten into no
the reason,
topics.
no, wait.
What
The
is
reason I'm-
Eric things?
the reason, no, wait. The reason I'm
Niggas
saying-
is getting their
because
grievances out.
No, because I know Eric. So when I made that
You know the
comment,
old me.
right?
You know the old me.
All right, you right, whatever. But listen, the reason I made that comment because I was actually talking to my homegirl Kelly the other day. I was like,
Why
yo,
you always dropping people's names?
Sorry, I know people.
You said BCom, you said Brandon, you said Kelly. You didn't said everybody's name. Go ahead and say
They
it.
love
bad.
him.
Yeah.
My bad. I don't. My bad. I don't have 2,000 followers to keep up with. I just have a few handful of friends that you know, whatever.
Just make sure all these people watch the actual podcast so they know that they're getting shout outs from you.
You see the podcast page? Who follows?
Relax. This nigga's disgusting.
Lonnie Angelani. Then the pettiness comes out.
No, he knows what I'm talking about. But anyway, no.
The way this podcast works is like literally Easter eggs everywhere. And unless you know, you know.
Makes sense.
But no, I was saying that to say because I don't have 1,000 followers on Instagram because whatever. But my like count, y'all like it's kind of a little higher than 10%.
You posted some good pictures this weekend. That's why.
You know why?
And your page is probably public, so people will come. If
Oh,
you
your
have
page
a-
is public?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's also
yeah.
good. Yeah,
but
mine
that's
is
not-
private. So,
yeah, but that says more about you because your page is private. And how many followers do you have?
yeah, I don't want nobody sending
I
my
have
picture
less
to some
followers.
random
Nosy
motherfucker.
people.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Y'all are popular. Y'all are socialized. I have
not
less
popular.
followers and my page is public. So people could easily.
What do you
come-
consider popular? I mean, you're in a fraternity, so you are popular.
I mean, I feel like popular.
Popular is kind of high schoolish.
Nigga, it's
Are you
popular.
likable? Are you known? It could be different things.
The most popular people aren't always the most likable.
Real shit.
They're usually the prettiest and meanest.
Yeah, a lot of baddies people consider popular, but they have
And they're terrible
popularity.
personalities. The baddies always have bad personalities, and they usually get away with it.
This is going to take me to a random statement that I learned at UMES. Shout out to UMES.
Hey, Hawk Pride.
Homecoming. Hawk Pride. Catch it.
Catch it.
And it's,
Wow.
it's homecoming season.
Yeah, that's why Eric is actually in town, though. He ain't coming to
Can't-
town to record no podcast.
I've been trying to be on a podcast about 2 years now.
He ain't watch a full episode. He was like, I watch clips.
Yeah, short attention span.
Dog.
They
But the algorithm got him, though. He said short attention span.
I watch the clips. I support. I might get an hour and a half is a lot, man. I'm busy.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I
Well,
support.
guess what?
If I get an hour in, I think that's still.
I'm so glad you sat here for. You're going to sit here for an hour and a half with us tonight.
Yeah, man, that's love. But one thing, a random professor, it was like my environmental science professor at
We
UMES
cheated in that
said,
class.
We cheated through all classes. Honestly.
shout out to everybody with a good cheat circle. But he said three things rule the world. He said
Pussy, money. Oh, never mind.
Oh, see, gosh. Money, power, and sex appeal. And he said, if you have enough of one, you can get the other two.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, that's deep. Because you think about it. If you have power, you can get money.
Accumulate
And
money.
then with the money, you can buy things to get your sex appeal up.
Sex appeal up, yep.
If you're beautiful, handsome, whatever it has to be, sex appeal, you can get the power, you can get the money. So either
Yep.
way you spin it.
You know what
need one
Jay-Z
of
said,
those
right?
things. Money, power,
He
respect.
said,
and then
no, that's the locks. But no. So Jay said, I never seen an ugly billionaire. I'm cute. So there you have it.
That nigga is ugly, though. Let's be real. Jay-Z is actually very ugly.
Hey, man, shout out to Rock Nation. Don't ruin my brunch invite.
I'm trying to go.
You still trying to go to... Wait.
If you go, let me go.
Wait. You still trying to go to brunch after all this Diddy shit? Nigga,
It's
you
the
better
Rock
stay...
Nation, but it's not the
What
Diddy
does that have
brunch.
to
Son, he
with
canceled his
Diddy?
shit. Because of the Diddy allegation, ain't nobody showing up to no brunches no more.
I can guarantee.
Shit's is literally a
I can
hotbed for
guarantee you that if he
sexual
throws, I bet you if
allegations.
he throws the Rock Nation brunch next year, everybody would be there.
Because everybody realized like this year was boring as fuck. It was Super Bowl weekend, or what weekend just passed that everybody was expecting something.
It's Grammy weekend when it happens.
It wasn't only Grammy weekend. It was something that just passed that Diddy always throws a party, and everyone was like, LA was really boring this time.
I have no idea because I've never been to a
Because
Diddy
Bow
party.
Wow was crying on the internet like,
Well,
I miss it. I wish we could.
Outside of the freak offs, people say Diddy has a great party, but now I think that's all tainted.
So let's say you go to a Diddy party and he said, and it's 2 a.m. now, and he's telling everybody, okay, it's time for the shenanigans. You
That's what
staying?
I mean, I'm on mic, so I wouldn't answer that.
So you staying?
No, I'm not
Jay,
staying.
You staying?
I think the celebrities come and then they
Jelani,
know at a certain
Jay.
time.
I'm going home.
Look at me in the straight. No, you're not.
Going home.
Jelani's finding a room
Nope.
upstairs.
No. Whoa. Speak for
That nigga's
yourself.
going-
The baby on straight to the baby on room. I feel like they got different rooms. Like the baby on room is definitely a room.
Nope.
Son, they said that at Diddy parties, at a certain point, the ladies are like scantily dressed, usually with nothing up top, and they're walking around with trays of different drugs.
That sounds
And it's like,
believable. That's Hollywood.
that's dope though. Like you get to pick your own high. Like I don't think that's a bad thing. It's your choice. You can say no. So the thing about throwing a party, I didn't tell you to come. I didn't tell you to partake. I didn't tell you to take the drugs. It's your choice. So those people made a choice.
What's next on the topic?
Hey, shout out to all the victims for Hurricane Milton.
Oh, there we go. I don't know where this was going. Oh my god.
No. But honestly, though, we did hear about what happened in Florida. It didn't hit them hard enough because they were definitely not voting the way they should have. So shout out to them, though, and all the victims. Good luck. Hopefully y'all got better as far as the
What the fuck is
hurricane.
happening right now?
I was trying to say that basically them niggas did not vote, so that hurricane definitely took an effect. But yeah, definitely looking towards I don't know if it's weather manipulation or whatever, and the fact that we're getting so much different weather
Climate
anomalies.
change.
Yeah,
climate change.
it's November.
Global
and-
warming.
It's November, and you can clearly see me in a short sleeve. This nigga's in a short sleeve.
I think the catch is with that statement is that like niggas forgot that like
Who's niggas?
people like in 2019, 2018, I literally remember being in December and it was warm. I remember because I went to my man's house at the time and we had a cookout
In December?
in December. I remember distinctively.
It was. I think it wasn't as common. You might have
You
one
were there?
weekend.
You
No.
popular.
No,
if
it's,
you
no,
was
for
there,
sure. No,
You be showing up for cookouts. This nigga drive all the way from Connecticut for everything.
Fam, what? No. When I
Nigga be
was in
visiting his
Maryland-
friends like, oh, who got a cookout? I'm about to pull up.
That was when I was in Maryland. I feel like I was always supporting everybody's event.
Oh man.
But now,
Is that what you call like going to a party? He's like, hey, babe, I'm gonna go support. Nigga, you was outside.
I mean,
Yo, he's dangerous. You see what he's doing here? He's lining your ass up. You
lying to everyone. Would you go to a Diddy party? What excuse did you use? To
like, what are we doing right now? Wow.
Nah, but nobody.
Hold on, check him for a wire, bro. Check him for a wire.
Damn,
they on to me.
this is getting crazy.
Nah, but speaking of wires, shout out to Lil Durk.
That's it. Leave it at that.
Oh, I'm leaving it.
Free
Leave it
Durkio.
at that.
Unless he's guilty.
What's his name?
Durkio.
Durkio. That's his nickname. I didn't know that.
Yes.
What the fuck does that stand for?
So, in reference to Florida, right, and all the bullshit they got going on.
Just fuck me.
Yeah, like we're done. I mean, Dirk got arrested in Florida, so we
Oh,
pivot
that's
to
where it
Florida.
was too.
Yeah, but the whole time, fuck Florida and fuck all them states that like in the Midwest that like voted for Trump. And real talk, I mean,
But
Real
they
talk,
always voted.
respectfully-
They always voted
No, I
red,
know
so it's
that.
not fuck them.
no, it's fuck them. I don't like the state of Florida. If Miami is not in the state of Florida, it's just Miami and then Florida. But like, fuck them, like the whole state. But
Charlamagne
damn,
the God always says how like Florida
Florida
is
is
its
different.
own.
So I go to Florida a lot for work. Like I be in Jacksonville, and honestly, bro, that job is different. Like the energy is different, the people are different.
Is
like,
it as bad as they say it is?
Yeah, yeah. But the thing is, it's not even just like crime. It's like they drink a different kind of water. There's two cities in
Well,
the
they
world.
actually do.
True. But there's two cities I've been to like in the United States that are just like weird. Santa Fe, New Mexico, and Jacksonville. Like that's
I heard Jacksonville's that's where
Why?
Lil Duval's from,
yeah,
right?
Duval County.
He always talks
specifically.
about how
and he talks
like,
about crazy
he
people.
says it's
They just be-
definitely crazy.
It's
a
like they
little
think
bit.
different. Like they're cool people. Like the people I've met that are cool, but it's just like y'all just a little off your rocker a little bit. It's just like they don't rationalize the same way.
Well, you got to remember the sun is beating them down like every fucking day, cooking their braids. I think that was the same place where there was a guy eating the first zombie outbreak Florida just always has
Florida man. It's a term.
it's a
Florida
thing.
man. It's
on-
everything that happens weird.
It's a Florida man. So they always say like a party game to have is like type in your birthday and type in Florida, and you'll see some crazy stuff that happened that day on your birthday in Florida.
That's crazy.
It's a wild place.
It's always crazy. Florida man jumps off. I remember it was a Florida man that that destroyed an ATM because it gave him too much money. It's like they just do things that don't make sense sometimes. So even with the voting, I think Kamala low key, she was already set up from the get go. To be honest with you, I think it was a losing battle. Her getting the nomination with only I think 80 days, you couldn't really win.
It was a losing battle.
You couldn't win too many people over that, and the fact that I think where she fucked up was when they asked her, well, "How is your presidency going to be different than Biden?" And she was like, "It's not." And then somebody said, "Well, what she meant to say was it's going to be completely different."
Well, I will say this. I mean, not to get too into the politics.
Oh, and
I mean,
also Megan Thee Stallion on stage twerking. That was
well,
stupid.
I'll say this. I think a couple things within our community. We have a lot of think tanks about like what we think went wrong. The reality here is nothing actually went wrong. And what actually happened was that America and people in America has showed you what they think about each other. What they think about our livelihoods in America and what they think matters, right? Like we live in a capitalist society and everyone wants to act like they're on this moral high ground. But what we saw in this election is that it doesn't live. That's not a thing, right? Because we can point the finger at what Kamala did wrong and right all that day long, but she didn't do anything wrong. What she did was she spoke to the American people, right? Yes, she did. And then what happened was Trump said nothing, but Trump didn't say a thing. But
I disagree.
It's fine. So there's two things that I had this conversation with somebody. And there's only and maybe
you ain't saying their name?
No, but what was said to me was Kamala spoke to the upper middle class, and Trump spoke to the lower middle class, and that was the differentiating factor. And it hit me because when she talked about providing money for first-time home buyers, if you're not in a position to buy a home, would you care about having a $25,000 incentive? And I was like, oh, shit. She's not talking to the other set of people that are just trying to buy groceries. She's talking to, frankly, us, like middle-class folks that are like, stable to some extent, right? Trump, although... And frankly, he played on the emotions and the lack of intellect, for lack of better words, of the people that don't have the time or however you want to position it to understand what he was saying. But what he did say was, I'm going to save you money at the gas pump. I'm going to save you money.
He just kept saying stuff with no actual plan. Yeah, that's true. So that's why when you said he didn't say things, I disagree because he did say things.
But the reason I said he didn't say anything is because we have, there's levels to this shit, according to me, right? And the reason I say he didn't say anything is because he didn't give him a plan. What he did was say things that spoke to your emotions. He didn't give him a plan. He gave them nothing to think about. Like, we don't know what's about to happen in 4 years. Trump literally gave us zero plans.
Yeah,
we don't have a clue of what's going to happen.
I agree, but he also, what is that, Project 25?
Oh, you're right. He told us all the negative things he's going to do.
So
he didn't put his name on it yet, but that's his plan.
I think what really hurt Kamala is that all of the issues currently impacting our nation is due to Joe Biden, or that's how they're painting it. And she's the vice president, so you have a part in the failures. So
they made it seem like it was on her, and the reason all these things are happening.
Failing. What makes you think, or anyone else think, that you can improve things? Because you already are in a position to potentially help. And I also think she had to dance a fine line of not bashing Biden.
Yes.
So she can't bash Biden and say, he did this wrong, I'm going to improve this. You have to almost skip all the things that failed because you can't bash the person that brought you on this ticket. So I think the lack of time, the lack of bashing what's currently got us in this situation.
Separation from herself and Biden.
Exactly. So then it's like,
she was in catch-22. She was damned if she do, damned if she don't.
You're done. And really, I feel like she should have stepped into like, hey, this is what I'm going to change. Like, this didn't work. It was tough. So immigration, a lot of people want, you have the migrants that came in. You have build a wall, secure the border.
And those weren't real issues, but they made it seem like an issue with the media because any job that a migrant is doing isn't a job that is actually taken away from me, you, or any other subset of America. So
not necessarily.
Necessarily for me and most people. So I think I mean, I agree with everything.
I mean, the
both of you guys said.
reality is we're minorities. Like I think that sometimes we forget
We are minorities, but we're not. We're not the minorities that they're speaking about.
There
But I
are
didn't
middle
finish the
class
sentence.
jobs, but if you're in a lower tax
There we
bracket,
go.
lower income, those are jobs you may want that other people are taking, or migrants are taking.
I disagree. The kind of jobs that they were doing were not the jobs that we were going to be. That I wouldn't say we. I would say that the people that were targeted are actually going to be doing the house cleaning, the construction jobs. There were certain construction jobs like the bricklayers and things like that. Those individuals, I think, even the farmers, a lot of
blue collar jobs.
Yeah, the blue collar jobs. They weren't taken away from the actual individuals, but the way the media painted it, it made it seem like these individuals are coming in here. And then they also would sensationalize like an immigrant who killed somebody or a white woman that got killed by an immigrant. They will sensationalize this and make it seem like it was a much bigger thing as if it was it might have just been an anomaly, but they'll make it seem like this is a crisis, something that's actually happening in city to city, that migrants are killing people, they're eating animals. Like they just blew things out of proportion. I think, and so it wasn't just that. So then when Trump and his followers were saying that Kamala was in charge of the border, she wasn't. It's literally a bipartisan issue. It was all of them. It was the entire government actually trying to come together to make a plan. But they made it seem like it was Kamala who was in charge of the border. And I remember when Charlemagne and them asked her, why don't you fight back on that? Because you are actually, like, your name isn't part of, that's not your job. And she said, if I had to correct everybody, and it was like such a like, oh, I'm just dismissing them as not a thing. But people believed it. Like they 100%. Literally believed it. And I hated how long it took her to like fight back, like say something, because what happened was that they were painting a picture, and by the time she tried to correct things, people already were running with it. And I think that's what she was reactive at the wrong parts. And then the way Trump was also...
Hold on, before you go past that point, though.
All right.
I don't think you're necessarily wrong about the statement you're making. I think that what Democrats do in general is that they think people are smarter than what they actually are. And the reason that sounds fucked up to say, but the reality is they don't speak to the average person, right? What they do is, and
the average person reads at a 5th grade level in America.
No, I didn't know that, but
yeah,
I don't. But
I saw it on TikTok.
Yeah, but the point of like I was like, I don't even want to go down that road.
It's a fact.
but the point of the matter is that actually it's helpful information. But like the point of the matter is that the reason she dismissed that is because she took for granted the intellect of people, right? Yeah. She spoke to the things that she thought people wanted. But you know what I realized? I have a coworker. Hear me out. I have a coworker, right? And I had to tell her one time because we went on a work trip, right? And I said to her,
"Is this your work wife?"
No, not at all. You fucked up with that because I was like, I don't mean I get too crazy with it. But the point that I'm making is that what I said to her was that don't assume that the things that you think you want in housing and instability that the other person wants.
Okay,
and because I work in, I don't care. I work in affordable housing. Like you told
us every podcast.
Yeah, because I do things for the country and the people. So what do you do? But listen, he works at AI and shit. If your car stops on the road,
taking jobs,
right.
Took our jobs.
But I say that to
that's
say,
a South Park joke.
I say that to say that like the reality here is that people, Democrats, I think particularly, think that they know what people want. And they don't. That's why I said
they was over here talking about
they don't speak to the things
abortion and all types of things. I think what they were talking about were like to a subset of people instead of a wider range of people. So they definitely neglected middle America.
Did you see
they neglected
all those people right there.
All they do, I would say, their
team together.
Yeah. So what?
There's no one there.
All right, we're not politicians. Let's get off this topic.
I mean, it's slow. I was being funny. I'm being funny.
It's
when I say
always
that.
good.
But
at least.
The point is that the population is slim over there, and it's like it's a think tank of 12 people.
Okay, so what I want to do is just blame Gorilla, Cardi B.
Don't do that.
Gorilla.
Don't do that.
Gorilla. How do you say it?
Glorilla?
Glorilla. Things was glowing. Glorilla. Wow. All right. Regardless, we wish her luck, but I don't think she'll be running in the next year. Democrats got a lot of work to do.
All right, one last thing for anyone that's watching this as a Trump supporter, MAGA supporter. Do y'all realize that the lady is a like?
Also, stop blaming black men.
But not even that. But like, y'all do realize this person, like Kamala, literally was the DA for the state of California. Like the lady's smart. Like what is
No,
wrong with y'all?
she's qualified.
No,
She's
well
she's
probably
yeah. Like I'm just saying that to say that like what do
Some
y'all
people
think this
definitely
is?
think
There's a
that
lot
she
of
did.
negative narratives that they
Yeah,
pushed
like-
about her locking up a large amount of black men.
It's
And
not
it took
even
her
true.
forever to push back on that too. It was like,
did.
and then even her podcast run, like she sat down with
the Smoke?
with that white girl, All the Smoke too. That was trash. She sat with All the Smoke. She sat with Shannon Shay. Who the fuck he literally had a sex tape 2 weeks ago. The people that she was speaking to weren't like.
I mean, she went to Fox too. Like, let's not do that.
I didn't hear
she
her
did.
go on Fox.
She went everywhere. Like, we
Shay
gotta
say
stop
that
doing
wasn't on purpose.
No,
Yes, it was.
What?
right,
He was
hey,
fighting gay rumors. That guy definitely leaked that on purpose. He was trying really hard. It was very convenient that all these gay rumors popped up.
Just
Then all of a sudden,
move on.
hey Melinda, take that. Take
It was really weird. Like the man's 60 years old.
Come on, son.
Little legs.
And
body.
you also see that he does ED pills on his. That's his commercial that he does.
They've
on-
been
I don't
pushing
watch.
that.
I don't watch.
But no,
Sean Sharp.
we can move on. Go on. What was your point?
Yeah, like move on.
But no, I also think that what you were saying is true to a certain degree. But Democrats were also talking to us like we were dumb. They was over here saying Pookie and them need to get up their ass and go vote black. And
Who
then
said that?
Michelle Obama. Then Obama himself got online and was like, black men need to. I'm very disappointed in black men. We're like the number one supporters outside of black women of Democrats. It was just weird that they kept attacking black men through their ads too. It was weird, like all around for me. Honestly, that's when I was feeling some sort of disconjointed. I was like, ugh.
I'll put it this way. I think those are all feelings. No offense to you at all or anyone else. But at the end of the day, like if you look at Project 25 and you look at the things that he did and all that stuff, like common sense should have kicked in at some point. So in my opinion,
Common sense isn't common.
Yeah, but guess what?
Agree,
But-
100%.
But guess what though? Common sense is like saying like it's blue, the sky is blue. Like, come on, like the
But then
man,
a nigga
the man
from-
literally was talking about people eating dogs.
But
Let's
the,
move on.
the
At
sky
this
is
point-
blue from your point of view. So somebody else can be seeing the sunset and then see it orange and will tell you, no, it's orange on my side. So the problem is you're only speaking to the people who see the sky blue.
Well, guess what?
Whereas you need to talk to everybody who sees the sky orange, blue, turquoise, all of that. You need to talk to
guess what?
everybody.
The way we open this
And that's the whole
conversation up, you
thing.
know what I said? We realized that this country does not look at life the same way we do, and we're a minority. The majority looks at the world very differently, and they don't care about each other.
So skipping subjects, let's get into the entertainment real quick.
There we go.
Do we think that Mariah the Scientist was wrong for leaving Lotto to open up the tour by herself because she left to go see Young Thug when he got released? She's opening for Lotto on
tour,
tour,
yep.
and then she decided that my man's free, I'm out.
So
And supposedly they're saying that Lotto doesn't have enough hits to like go through the whole show.
Neither does Mariah Scientist, so who cares? Like, why are we talking about this?
But you need an opener though. Now you got Lotto on
So,
stage twerking.
Lotto
There's
was
so
at-
much videos of
my
her just
man-
twerking on stage.
My man just was at Music One Fest and said Lotto showed up late and she put on a terrible show. Like, what do we expect from Lotto?
Shaking her ass. Honestly.
All right, now let's move
I mean,
on.
she
has some
She has
songs.
some,
She's a good
her
song.
album is
She's-
good.
She's one of like out of the female rappers. It's like JT, Lotto,
talented, too.
and who's the other one?
She's probably in
That's
the
it.
bottom
She's top
of that
three.
list, though.
No,
for
she's
me.
top three. Like, there's only three of them that's good. JT, Lotto, and I can't think what the other one is.
Megan Thee
Gorilla?
Stallion,
Megan?
Glorilla. Stop saying gorilla, bro.
What
You
the
can't say
fuck am
those.
I saying?
Gorilla. What is a gorilla? It's a gorilla. That's not an artist.
So
bro.
what is her name?
Glorilla?
You wrote it down on the note.
Glorilla. That's what I said.
You saying
I'm from
gorilla.
Nigeria, bro. I have an accent.
There we
Why
go.
you
We're,
trying
we're
to-
blaming on that.
Blaming the
All right,
immigrants.
there we go.
See? You see how
Well,
the
I'll say
innocence-
this. I feel like there's been an influx of talented black women rappers. You have Megan Thee Stallion, you have Glorilla, you have Lotto, you have Doechii, who is
killed it.
nominated
Who's sweeping
in
the,
the
Her
Grammys
fucking,
for
her
hip hop.
fucking album was good. I actually listened to
So
it.
I think there's an influx, but going back to your original question, I don't think that Mariah Sanchez is wrong for that because her man was locked up, been away for a long time.
The thrashing
and you
she's
want
getting. Oh my gosh.
but you want to go see him. So I understand, and I would think maybe you had a conversation, or at least your agent or whoever will have
She's
a
missing
conversation.
out on money.
She is, but I get it.
Lotto FaceTime.
So I had this debate with the wifey, and she was saying, "Why would she leave? He should have just flew to see her and let her finish the tour."
He
I'm
can't
like,
fly nowhere. The nigga's on house arrest.
No, he's not.
he's not on house arrest.
No, I mean right now he
but
can't.
he just got
home. He's
he
not
just
about
got
to
home.
take
Why would
flights.
That's what I said. Well, he just got home. You were locked up. It's a lot that you went through. You need to decompress.
And he has
Can I ask
10
y'all a
days to
question?
leave
Can I
Atlanta,
ask
so
y'all
he
a
has to
question?
I'm
like.
paying for. Hey, you have 4 more dates left. Here go the money you would have made.
She makes enough money. He makes enough money to
the kind
cover.
of semen retention that nigga has waiting for her.
Is Lotto and Mariah Scientist beefing off of this?
No, but
So
Lotto supposedly Lotto's getting worse reviews for her concert because now she has to do. She doesn't have another artist to basically come in.
Fill in. Yeah.
I have a follow-up question. What if they talked about it and she don't care?
That's what I'm saying.
Who,
I think they probably
so Lotto supposedly does care because she FaceTimed Maria the Scientist during one of her shows and showed her it's just like, look, he left me, y'all. Like, you know,
but
the
do
kiddie
that
way.
sounds, that sounds
nah,
fun.
a joke is a joke till it's not a joke. So 50% of all jokes is true.
I don't think that's you would bash her online. Like she left me on Twitter or X, and then that's when it would blow up. To do that, I think it's love.
Women are shiesty sometimes, so I don't know. But supposedly Lotto's getting bad reviews for her concert because he now has to pull the weight by herself.
If Lotto's concert sucks, it ain't because of Mariah Scientist, so who cares?
And people show up late. So,
but shout out to Young Thug though. He beat 250 years. His lawyer is a GOAT. He's
to be honest with you, the DM made it easy for him.
Yeah, they were fucking all
they
up.
were fumbling.
It was terrible. The longest case in Atlanta history, in Georgia history, I'm sorry, that was 2.5 years, I think. He has 15 years of probation. He can no longer associate himself with any gangs or talk to any of the co-defendants except for Gunna,
and his
which
brother.
He asked for. His brother was on the
yes.
Oh, okay.
So his blood brother and Gunna.
Okay, and he specifically asked that he wants to continue to work with Gunna. So people are still speculating whether or not he is beefing with Gunna or not.
Why are they speculating? He dropped a song and said that's his brother. There's no speculation. They cool.
When did he drop the song?
It's a snippet that's been passing on the internet. You listened to it the other day.
Really?
Yeah, he says it on the song. Whatever song he dropped, he said, "Gunna, that's my brother." Blah 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 blah.
I was waiting for him to get out because if he told Gunna to take that deal so he didn't have to stay in jail, then I think all that rat stuff.
I think Gunna knew this was gonna happen. That's why
he hasn't. So Young Thug hasn't said anything yet to kill it. You're saying he did, but
it's a whole song
the
now.
public is saying that he hasn't. Then, so right now there are billboards popping up all over the net saying what Wham says goes. Wham is Lil Baby's nickname, and Lil Baby, since this whole shit has happened, has been beefing with Gunna low key and saying he's a snitch, he's a rat, blah blah blah. So with the billboards popping up and Young Thug's first tweet saying whatever Wham says goes, everyone is now alluding that he's saying that Young Thug is basically trying to allude
you are
that.
right. When people think the sky orange, they think the sky orange. When I think the sky blue. You right about that because that's not what that meant.
Well, that's what some people. That's what
I'm saying. No, that's my point.
It sounds like
it
sounds like a rollout. So if you've been telling me, if you've been out here, if I'm in jail and you're out here telling me that Jay's a snitch because he's out of jail and I'm still in jail, and then I come out of jail and say whatever Eric says is right. Everyone is going to say Eric is for the last 2 years. Eric has been saying Jay is a snitch.
But it kind of counteracts if you put out a song saying that's my
There's
brother.
no song out. I don't know what song he's talking
We
about.
literally talked about this. When I can't believe
There's no song out that I know.
Oh my God.
I played a song earlier and I asked him if he heard it. He said no. So I don't know.
That was a different song.
So other than that, while he's searching for the song, I wanted to talk about Megan Thee Stallion. She did put out a documentary with her new. No, I didn't watch it because
why are we talking about it?
Megan Thee Stallion, she just gives me like, I don't know if it's pick me vibes, but it doesn't make sense to put out this documentary if you're trying to leave this trauma behind and only for you to bring it back up. And the only snippet that we saw from this 2-hour documentary that came along with this album that nobody bought was you talking about Tory again. So it just feels like you keep bringing this up and you keep saying you don't want to talk about it. The man's already in jail. Like, let it be, let it be. And it just feels
might
like
get out, apparently.
Supposedly, but he ain't getting out. He's doing the same shit. I think he's saying that his lawyer basically worked on a show that had Megan Thee Stallion songs in it. And it's like, and the show was directed or has Rock Nation ties or something.
Well, what I heard is that how it goes, you can pretty much you keep going for appeal until you find
a loophole or something,
or an area or a judge that's willing to hear your appeal. So they found one. So I don't know if it's really like this. Well, I worked in D.C. For a PR firm, so I think it is like this. You can find that one corrupt judge that you can pay.
He's right.
Or like, all right, this judge is...
Oh, you're serious.
He's right.
Well, maybe not corrupt, but...
No, there's a judge that thinks it's worth the time to take it on.
Yeah, he's right. It may not even be corrupt. This judge has a soft spot for black men, or this judge has... Well, it could be one... This judge could be corrupt. We're going to target him and give him $1 million. He'll do that behind closed doors. Or this judge is more sympathetic to certain issues, that's target this judge. But they looks like they found either a judge or a court that's willing to
hear him out. Okay.
So
Interesting. All right. So I'm praying for Tory and all the victims of all these things because I don't know what happened. Because everybody's lying in that situation.
Let's not talk about Megan Thee Stallion and Tory no more. Like that is. So
we try not to, but they keep bringing it up, which is so stupid. But I do want to also say, in local news, we do have a celebrity chef that got shot after a date. Really, it was crazy.
You mean this restaurant?
Yeah, no, not yet, but I do want to check it out. He's a former football player too. But I've seen the actual footage of the shootout. Yo, Eric's eyes are bad, but you can't see it on my
if
joint.
he turned it out, I would be able to see it. But that's crazy.
But yeah, I think his name is the Barbados or something like that.
Tobias is his name.
Tobias, yeah. So celebrity shot, he got shot in Hyattsville, and I saw the shootout. It was 5 dudes who jumped out of a car and they just let off and then robbed him. So in my head, I look like I've seen enough power to know a botched robbery. It looked like a setup. I'm praying for him though because
apparently a lot of people don't like him though. Like it's hit or miss because he was the same. He used to be Connor at I think it was.
He was on TV too. He's done a Celebrity Chef. What's that? Top Chef.
But I was gonna say his restaurant. I think it was in Texas called 12 or 13. 13. I think him and he used to.
That's James Harden's joint.
Yeah, no, my bad. I think he was either with 13 or he was co-owner with Victory. I can't remember, but.
This nigga be going.
Well, you said botched robbery. I feel like that's not a botched robbery.
I was just like, this is not botched at all.
That sounds like
so when you're robbing somebody, a target. I'm sorry.
If you get out and you shoot first, you are trying to harm them, and that's what I meant. Blood.
You're right. So I definitely think it was a setup. It didn't seem like they were trying to rob him because if you pull out guns, you're trying.
You're already shooting.
Yeah, you're already shooting, and it's 4 of y'all, and they were letting off over 40 rounds, bro. They were shooting to kill in my eyes, and you can hear him on the tape begging, "Please don't kill me, please don't kill me, bro. Please don't kill me, bro."
Well.
That's scary, bro.
Why didn't they shoot him in the head?
I mean, niggas.
Have you seen these accident murders? They don't.
Yeah, a lot of these. They show like video clips of when these kids are shooting these guns. The guns are heavier than them, and they just be aiming like this. And these are like 15-year-old.
I guess for me, it's all right. If
you're a gun owner, right? I'm sorry.
No, but I plan to be very soon.
I think we should, honestly, with the way the world is. Like,
protect your house.
Yeah,
stand your ground.
Because when the zombie apocalypse come, I ain't gonna be.
Well, I think of that. So I have a colleague. I like to go off on a tangent sometimes, but I have a colleague that I worked with, and he is a survivalist. He had in his home, he has 300 gallons of water in case the world ends. He thinks the world's gonna end, so he has enough food to survive like 3 years. And and he has a bunker, so he's like
in his house.
But a lot of like that's cool to hear. But a lot of celebrities have that.
A lot. Yes. Elon Musk is building one, and so
the
is
Kardashians got one.
What's his
Janet
face?
A lot of people got
the guy who acts like a robot that's now dressing really good. That owns Facebook.
Mark Zuckerberg.
He built one in Hawaii, a big ass bunker, huge. He got all this land.
Stay ready.
They know something that we don't know, which is scary. But so remember when Mahershala Ali made that show? Mahershala, whatever the fuck his name is.
Did it on Netflix? The show on Netflix.
And speaking of, they also canceled Blade.
Pronunciation guide for her.
Man, fuck that shit. But what was the name of that movie?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
On Netflix, We Don't Belong or something like that.
The Obamas produced it.
Yeah. So when in that movie, there was a neighbor that they had who basically had a bunker, but because he got caught during the whatever that happened, he was dead. So they were like, we're going to use that bunker. So you can go and prepare as much as you want to prepare, but you get caught in the wrong place at the wrong time, somebody else is going to benefit from that 300 gallons. So keep track of where that man lives. If I was you,
I told him,
pay
attention. Hey, if the world ends, I'm
coming. I'm bringing my family, bro.
Like, horseback or however, I'm going to get up there.
Hey,
let me in.
Netflix, what was that show on Borderlands, I think? It was really good.
I'm going to tell y'all now. If something happened, I'm going to 2 people's households, taking my mom and my sisters.
But who are the 2 people?
He's going to say their names. Please
you know them. I ain't going to say their names.
Oh, I know. He's going to a house with a lot of guns. That's smart.
I know whose house it is. All right, so I know whose house. I just need to know so I can come to it.
You got to get in the group chat.
Fuck y'all group chat. I wonder how many people's in y'all group chat? So 4 of y'all?
It's only 4 of us.
I know who's in the group chat then. I'm good. I'm good off of it.
All right, you can never answer now.
I'm good. The funny thing about y'all group chat, each one of y'all in y'all group chat talk to me individually. So y'all cheating on your group chat low key. Why y'all giggling like this?
I'm laughing
I hate y'all. Y'all have inside jokes.
No,
Get the fuck out of here with that.
I'm laughing at the earlier point about like you not claiming as a best friend. I feel like he's trying to make you jealous. Like,
I ain't saying no. Nope.
I'm everybody. Look, he recruiting. He like he everybody's side best friend. You a side best.
I told you.
You a side hitter. Side best friend hitter. Oh, your best friend ain't treating you right. You know I've been here all along, right? I never do you like him.
Never.
Yo, this nigga Eric is hilarious.
Funny
But
part is, I said we was gonna be together, but he tried to kick me out.
man,
I said somebody you was gonna be in there with us, but you know,
What, the bunker? Or what are you talking about?
it don't matter.
Never mind, it's late.
I do want to set a rest in peace to Quincy Jones, who passed away at the ripe age of 91.
Ripe age of 91.
That's ripe as fuck, nigga. That nigga was a wrinkle. What the fuck?
So he's overly ripe.
Let me rephrase that.
Yeah, say it, go ahead.
Rest in peace to Quincy Jones.
That's what I was saying.
That's
He
not
lived
what
a
you
long,
said.
fulfilling life.
Yeah, 91 years old. That man did everything you could possibly do. You know, he worked with so many different people, created so many theme songs. He was very, very instrumental.
What's your
to
favorite
hip-hop.
project he worked on?
Probably the fact that he discovered Will Smith and put him on Fresh Prince. I think
That's dope.
that was dope. I also think Bad, working on the Bad out. Was it Thriller or Bad? I don't know which one it was.
I believe it was Thriller.
It was Thriller? Yeah, I think Thriller. Him working with Michael Jackson on Thriller. He worked on Bad too. He worked on both. But he was in the studio for one, and he wasn't in the studio. I heard
he's
that
a
on
goat.
the Joe Button.
Yeah, he's a goat.
He's a
Literally.
goat. And also he gave us Rashida Jones, Bad as fuck.
Is she?
Yeah, she bad. She cute. She a little bad. Yeah. She alright.
All right, well, yeah, I like to just pivot sometimes. Who your top 3 baddies right now? Yeah. Turn it up.
Who are my 3?
Give love to your lady first.
Of course, she's always number one.
Number one. There we
She
go.
number
So
one.
you can do celebrities.
She knows my celebrity crushes though. JT is
Really?
Oh yeah, I love JT.
Okay.
I fuck with JT. I said love, ill. I fuck with JT. Celebrity crushes, I don't know.
Top 2. There we go. I'm
I
gonna put
don't really
pressure.
do the celebrity crushes, but like the
Who
first,
else do I
honestly,
like?
the first jump comes to my mind is Coco.
Coco Jones is tough.
I was always.
Oh no, that one joint. She's 90s bad. I forgot who she is, but
makes
they
a bunch
always
of
say this girl's 90s bad.
Okay.
Okay.
Mine might get me in
I'm
trouble.
gonna
so
go
I'm
ahead
gonna
say
be
it.
quiet.
So
I
say
want to
it.
know who. I feel like it's
Say it,
gonna be
'cause he
some
wanna say
red
it anyway.
bone
Go ahead,
ass
say it.
girl. It's gonna be some red bone.
it?
It's gonna be some light skin.
Oh, see that? I'm definitely not the stereotype.
It's gonna be some light skin ass like.
Whoa.
While we on this topic, real fast, you remember how like everybody said Nia Long, Sanaa Lathan, blah blah blah.
Oh,
right?
oh,
so
they aged so gracefully.
No, yeah, but who's the baddest out that group now? Today,
Regina Hall. I think.
Regina Hall.
Regina Hall.
Isn't it funny?
And
how
she funny.
Isn't it funny? She gracefully like got older because when she was younger,
Nah, she was always thick though.
she was cool.
Nia.
When she was in a scary movie and all
She
that,
was
she was
thick.
like,
She was thick.
I'm
Even in
still
scary,
Nia.
I like a little goofy chick. She was cool.
Nia
I liked her
cool,
in
but
scary.
Regina-
Oh, shout out to the
I'm
Wayne
Nia.
Bros. They're making Scary Movie 6.
Yeah, I heard.
That's gonna be fucking
I wonder how
dope.
they got
Scary
that
Movie
back.
hasn't been good since
They
Scary
sold it,
Movie
since
1
they
and
sold
2.
it, since they
Since
sold
they
it.
did it.
Yeah, they sold
They
it
didn't
like
sold it. They got kicked off because of Harvey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein
But I
took
thought-
it from them.
But I thought they didn't own it.
Yeah, they didn't own it. They
got
took
it.
it from them,
Okay,
and
got
that's when they started making. There's other silly joints
Well,
like White Chicks
Did
and
you see the other Wing show?
Big
the
Papa-
sitcom?
Papa
I heard
Outside.
that's a show I would
It
watch
was
with like my
renewed, or
kids.
They have they've been called up for a full season.
A full season.
I think
Yeah,
it's 18 episodes, which is dope.
that's
Wow.
dope. That's dope. The sitcom looks good, but it's
David
one of
Wayans.
those.
David Wayans doesn't miss for real.
The Waynes are legendary, and
100%.
whatever they do usually doesn't miss. And I think that one thing about them is that they are the family that that they're what we thought the Smiths were gonna be. Like when it comes to a power family in Hollywood that's black,
I don't think we thought that.
nigga, the Smiths. You thought the Smiths were gonna run Hollywood at some point. Or am I tripping?
I think that's you by yourself. The Wayans brothers been running Hollywood since fucking.
It wasn't the
SNL.
Waynes brothers.
I
The
think
Waynes.
people
Yeah,
started sleeping on them, and
yeah.
then when that whole Marlon
I
situation
imagine
with the
you respect
interview,
you for that.
it
Yeah.
like brought them back.
It brought them back a
to
little
the
bit.
forefront,
you know-
and people started putting more respect
What's
in their name.
interesting though is that Marlon. So like
Talking
it's
to
Keenan,
Mike?
it's Keenan and Damon, right? As being like the guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's interesting to me that it's Marlon that's carrying the torch.
It's not only Marlon. Damon's son. Him too.
What does he do besides from what you just seen?
He did like a Rush Hour pilot. He did a bunch of sitcoms.
No,
he
them
was
just-
in
them just didn't take
what
off.
is that one show with the white girl?
The point is, he didn't take off. Marlon had a bunch of stuff. Like he's been
Marlon
doing
has a
movies
bunch
left
of
and right.
Okay,
he's been doing
so
movies left
Marlon
and right.
does stand up. it's not funny, and he sweats profusely during when he does it.
You watch him?
So I try to. It's not funny.
I don't watch those because I don't think
His stand-up isn't
I don't
funny
think
to me.
anyone thinks that they're funny in that way. I think they're sitcom TV funny. Like like when I used to watch the Wayans Brothers back on TV, or even when I used to watch if I see Marlon come out with a movie, I'm gonna watch it because it's gonna be entertaining.
Support.
And not even just that, it's entertaining.
Did you watch?
It's good for like it's good family
those
friendly.
black ass, corny ass shits like that. He be watching shit like Tyler Perry and all of that.
No, I don't watch Tyler Perry shows. Though.
I was his roommate at one point. And I was judged for watching.
How was he as a roommate? Give me some tea, dog.
Oh, man.
If you pull back that damn, you better shut the hell up. You better shut the hell up.
It was good and bad.
We did good and bad. It was great.
Yo, this nigga can't talk. He's like, man, this nigga was farting in his sleep.
I just,
What do you mean? He just on wrong. What do you mean?
when it was good, it was good. When it was bad, it was bad. Man.
It was never bad. What are you talking about?
I'll share a funny
Hey,
story.
homecoming weekend, dog.
Nah, here we go.
Bring up all the shit.
No, I won't throw him underneath the bus. He think I will, but I won't. But he got this Chihuahua, dog.
Oh, Lord.
And then he just didn't have the time to take care of it. So
I
had to
remember
take
that.
care
I
of this
remember
Chihuahua.
that. He gave up on that dog so quickly.
Bro, I had to find someone to take the dog.
so you were the one who did. Who
I
got rid
took
of
care
it.
of the dog, and then my sister's friend adopted the dog.
This nigga, he did buy a dog for
Shout out
some
to-
reason,
shout out
and
to
he
Tim.
let that dog shit everywhere. I remember he was.
I let the dog shit. What the fuck sense of
You
name?
didn't train that motherfucker. You didn't even
What sense does that
bother.
make?
Why
I
would
let
you
the
get a
dog
Chihuahua? That Chihuahua, it's a yappy,
Listen,
energetic dog.
listen.
Jelani sitting there on the couch trying to watch Love and Hip Hop. The dog like, please walk me, Jelani.
That dog had to go.
Oh man! Speaking of
What a
had to
time.
go, that's what Lil Scrappy told that side joint when she
Wow.
got pregnant with
What
the
a
baby during the threesome.
Scrappy dog. That was a good segue.
But Little Scrappy paid. So Little Scrappy basically, supposedly, he had a threesome with him and his wife or his girlfriend with another young lady, and somehow she got
This is giving
pregnant.
media takeout.
She got pregnant. What I wanted to say is, how much money is enough money to give somebody to get rid of the baby?
As Anthony Edwards says, it's 500,000.
Hey, Anthony Edwards said, "Send the pic.
Send the video.
Send the video." Hey, that man is a legendary crash out. He got 4 kids in 1 year while his girl is still pregnant.
There's 2 kids.
Well, no, that's Tyreek Hill. That's
No,
legendary.
that's him too. Oh, Tyreek Hill's wilding. Yeah,
He's wild.
Tyreek Hill was wild. I think he's at 10 or 8, something like that.
It's
yeah, he was wilding. But so is this nigga was filming a whole Netflix.
Yeah.
No, it's supposedly 4 kids. What kind of research? This nigga knows everything. What kind of research you do? Who
Man, you don't want to do media takeout. I just stopped talking.
Anyway, Lil Scrappy
Maybe
tried
the
to
first
offer the girl some money. She said no. And I think that's like pathetic. How you get pregnant in a threesome and then want to keep the kid?
I mean, they used him. What else would you do?
That's wild. Look
And
at how
that's-
happy she looks in
the
the
crazy
picture.
part is he
This
has no
nigga
money.
look dumb as shit.
That's the craziest part about it. He has no money.
I mean, he has fame. So your little Scrappy's. But how you in the threes? How did
move
she
on.
catch it?
So speaking of craziness,
Hey, let's check a break real quick and check everything. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we back real quick. So Cenat had Kodak Black on his stream, and for whatever reason, Kodak decided to pop perks and get high during the episode. And a lot of people are worried about Kodak, which is great, but Kodak has always had a story about his drug issues and his dependent on perks and things like that. But for Cenat's younger audience, it just looked really bad. Did y'all see the footage?
Mm-hmm.
So some of it, yes.
It looked bad, bro. He was fumbling his words. And Kodak is talented too, which is crazy because
Yes.
you don't because he's already in trouble with the law. He's on probation and all types of shit. So
It's
are
just
you
tough
allowed
to watch, right?
Yeah,
you
are
don't
you
want to
even
mess
a-
yourself up. I've seen interviews in the past where he was under the influence, whether alcohol or drugs,
Mm-hmm.
and he was fumbling his words and stuff. But I thought that was the old him, and he was past that. So to see that happen
Still
again, I
doing
was
it.
like,
It's like, damn.
I was like, when I started hearing, I'm like, oh, it can't be as bad as that one interview a couple years ago. And then I started seeing clips. I'm like, oh, dang, it's like
But to do that on a live stream for a kid like that,
the most popular streamer out.
yeah.
It's
And then
tough.
he was looking like he was caught in a hard place. The dude was looking lost, the poor kid. But Kodak, he's just not really responsible, and I don't think that
He's a
was
project baby, like they said.
He is, and he keeps living up to that
Yeah, he
name.
says.
And I wish he wouldn't live up to that stereotype, especially for the fact that he was brought on this stream to probably promote something. He never promoted shit. So, I feel bad for Cenat. He put him in a very awkward situation. Poor kid. And Cenat, how old is he? Like 22?
I don't know. I don't watch Kai Cenat.
Someone Google it.
I'm
I
surprised.
watch AMP. AMP's pretty cool though, but I don't watch.
I like Kai.
I don't sit there. And
I don't watch it, but I watch clips and I laugh and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But
I think that what he's doing is great, and I think that he's the reason why a lot of kids are now pushing themselves to be streamers and stuff like that. They see what he
100%.
can do, and you can make money. If my kid decides to do that shit at 16 and gets us rich and get us out the hood, then shit, shout out to him.
It's the new podcast though. It was like a podcast boom 3-4 years ago. Every guy started getting some mics.
JG, what is his name? DG. I can't even say his name. Hallie's. Supposedly he's the pioneer of it. He's the one who started it.
He was on YouTube. He was a YouTube guy. Yep.
DDG, I believe.
Yeah.
But my whole point is just like it was a boom for podcasting and everyone jumped in there and realized that it wasn't as profitable as they thought. I think the same thing with streamers. They're going to be the top of the top, make the money, and if you just hop in, it's people right now. If you hop on whatever,
They're streaming, but with
Snapchat, and
only
they're
like
on
2 people.
Exactly TikTok. They're on this yummy, and there's 5 people, and they're not making any money.
Oh yeah, people were acting like robots.
That's the thing.
NPCs. You know what an
Yes.
NPC stands for?
No, I don't know what it stands for.
Non-playable character. So whenever, like when you're playing Grand Theft Auto, those random people, that's who those people are acting like. So that guy who acts like Miles Morales, they have other people that act like different things. The girl who talks like a robot, the yummy
popcorn, yes.
she also has an OnlyFans. That's another thing that I noticed is that a lot of people, if everything doesn't work out in their vein, they just open up an OnlyFans and they make it seem like that's the last avenue to make money. And I think that's another thing.
Because niggas like to work.
Yeah, so it's like
That's exactly what I was thinking.
hey, here's my pussy. I'm sorry. There's nothing else I can do.
I mean, niggas is doing it. Like, niggas is making money. Like, Tiger made a killing off that
He
job.
did.
There's a lot of niggas like that. Like, everyone's
Yeah.
doing it.
It's-
People
it's-
selling their toes, all kinds of shit.
I mean, toes is probably safer though than anything else because
I
you
mean-
can't prove it's my toe.
Yeah. But I mean, like, we live in an age where, like, who cares? Like, if you see everything.
You think we're at that age? You don't think it's gonna follow you for the rest of your life?
follows
And
you
all
for
that
the rest of your
shit?
life. Some
literally-
people try to hide
Trump
it.
is literally has a felony.
Girl, we saw you post
for-
that shit. You
Trump is
cannot
literally a
delete
convicted
it.
felon for this stuff, and he's a president.
But we've also said how his immunity to his whiteness and his richness that gives him immunity. I'm sorry.
And there's
So-
people who lose their job because they have an OnlyFans, and
Yeah, there's a bunch of
face
teachers.
or
I mean,
power.
I think that
There's police officers, there's random
there's a
people.
space where you'll definitely lose your job, but like I think as a overall society, like we're definitely desensitized.
Oh, we're 100% desensitized. People
no one cares.
don't judge people as much for having OnlyFans,
No.
but if you want to be a vice president,
I'm gonna
you
judge the
can't,
fuck out of people.
you can't be a vice president and have an OnlyFans. So
Yeah.
it's, and I mean like of a company, of an organization, of a nonprofit.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
But like in day-to-day life, people are just so sexualized. I mean,
Oh yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about the Grammys real quick. The Grammy nominations came out earlier today, and Beyonce is now broken the record for most nominated artists of all time. And then we also have Kendrick Lamar, who's been nominated 7 times for a song dissing Drake. So
yeah, you should clap it up. That's fire.
yeah, shout out Drake. What else do we have? We have Best Rap Album. I'm going to get you guys picks on what you guys think is going to win Best Rap Album. We have J. Cole's Might Delete Later. We also have Pete Rock and Common. I didn't even know they put out an album. I think I heard about it, the Auditorium Volume 1. We also have We Don't Trust You, Future, and Metro Boomin featuring Drake. And then we also have The Death of Slim Shady. I listened to that. I didn't really like it. And of course, Alligator Bites, Never Heal by Doechii.
Shout out to her.
I don't know. For Best Rap Album, shit. I feel like Doechii should win it, but they'll probably give it to the Drake Hatin' album.
I was gonna say, I thought it was weird that J. Cole's album was nominated because no one even knows any songs off that channel. And I thought, and it was really weird. Like, did you, it's like it did nothing, right? That joint did nothing. Like, let's just call it what it is. It did nothing. He dropped it randomly. No one even knew about it.
I'm a Cole
And
fan.
then- I don't know. I like J. Cole, but it's like I thought it was a mixtape. Like, when did this become an album? Like, why were we
Well,
talking about it?
Dochi's album is
You're
a
right.
mixtape
It was a
as well.
mixtape. Yeah,
Like, it's
and
weird.
Doechii also
I
said
just
hers
think
is
it
mixtape.
was a down year for hip hop. There wasn't as many A-list.
Nicki
people
Minaj
drop
should have
it.
been
Well,
Nicki
nominated.
Minaj should have been nominated.
She should have been
100%.
nominated for Best Rap Album.
And there's
That's
a case
crazy
she should
that she's
have.
not.
She
Well,
would
this
win
is-
it.
well, this
She
is the
was.
thing,
She
though,
was
right?
nominated.
But this is the thing, though. Like, nominations are based off of, like, you submitting to be nominated, right? Like, if you submit your
Well,
joint.
I saw a post that said she submitted.
No, I wasn't talking Nicki Minaj. I was going to say, like, you said it's a down year for hip-hop. And I'm just like, a lot of albums came out this year. Like, were they good? That's a different question. But like this lineup, I like Common. I didn't even know that came out. Like, look at this list. Like, this is really random.
I mean, we knew the Future and Metro Boomin.
I mean, they went number one. That was obvious.
They're probably going to win because
I want them to win. I think
hope
they
they win.
should, but
Me
I
too.
think they're going to go Eminem because you have to think some of these voters aren't hip hop heads. They're going to go off name
and recognition.
Yeah.
I think
Eminem is going.
Who should win?
And it's a concept album, so I think it's between Eminem or Doechii, and that's it.
Yeah, so
Doechii, I don't think
Doechii's not gonna win yet.
I think Doechii should
too
win,
soon.
but I really do think that Future and Metro Boomin are going to win because it was just the most popular album of the year. Everybody,
it's a good
even if
album.
you didn't listen
your
to
non-minorities are probably going to lean towards Eminem.
Yeah, but Eminem's album didn't really do as much when it comes to just moving the zeitgeist. Like nobody was really hearing it. I don't remember. I know he did the whole Death of Some Shit. He was killing himself, but the videos, it wasn't giving what it was giving. The Future shit, it was polarizing. They had white newspapers. They had news articles.
I mean, it went number one.
Not just that it went number one. They were covering it like on television, like regular television. Like,
And that jump was good.
You keep saying it's good, and
it was good.
We know it was good, but it was also good for the simple fact that it was dissing a nigga.
We're not going to go down this road with you. We have enough podcast episodes about this. The album's good.
Hey, it's fine. All right. So next nominee I'm gonna ask you guys about is best rap song. We have "Asteroids" by Rhapsody and Hit Boy.
I didn't hear that. I want to hear it.
Not Like Us, featuring Drake with Kendrick Lamar. Glorilla, and Like That, Future, Metro Boomin, Kendrick, Drake, and also Carnival, Kanye West, and Ty Dolla $ign. He changed his name to Ye. I don't know why they keep calling him.
No one respects that. You know what's tough? You know what's really tough?
Nigga changed his name, said nobody
Kendrick
respects that.
is battling himself on the best rap song.
I think
That's
it's
fire.
between those two. Yeah.
But
I
Carnival is really, really good though. So
Carnival
shit
shit is. I would love for Kanye to win a Grammy because nobody likes Kanye right now.
I would love for Kanye to win a Grammy.
I would love
the production value on that.
Off the strength of just everything.
Just the fact that nobody likes him.
I would love for
if
Kanye
he
to
could
win.
even give a speech.
That'd be so fire.
Legendary.
That'd be so fire.
Legendary.
I think one or two things will happen. Either everyone's just going to get behind Like That and just push it and let it sweep all the categories except for like Song of the Year.
It's not gonna win.
But
I think it's gonna.
I'm talking about it's going to sweep all the hip hop.
Not Like Us is gonna win. If it's between those two songs, Not Like Us is gonna.
Not Like Us is gonna win, but it's a song calling.
I'm
Drake
sorry,
a
I meant to say.
pedophile,
I meant to say not like. I mean, gosh, I'm mixing up all of yes, but Not Like Us.
Not Like Us. Oh, okay,
I meant to say. I think people are going to get behind Not Like Us, and it's going to sweep all the hip hop categories, or they're going to say, "Oh, we don't want to push that because of the narrative. We'll give it some, and then Like That might get the other."
Yeah. So the reason why I think the Grammys will give it to Not Like Us, Drake, The Weeknd, Nicki Minaj, and a few other artists.
Those are like the main three, right?
They've been boycotting the Grammys for the last 5 years.
They haven't been boycotting.
They have. Drake has not submitted any music to them.
Drake submitted his album with 21 Savage.
21 Savage
and he won it the year before that.
No,
he won the year before that, and they cut his acceptance speech short when he started what looked like making comments about the.
He's right. Let it go.
No, he's not.
No, I am right. He won an award
Drake
3 years ago, and he said, "Hey, I didn't expect to win this, and on top of that, you don't need to get acceptance from these organizations."
That was like 2019.
It wasn't 2019. That was.
It was a very long time ago when he gave that Grammy speech.
That would make it 5 years ago. I want to say.
Yeah, when he started boycotting it, which is what I said 5 years ago. He's for the last 5 years. Him and The Weeknd have basically.
I mean, it's for second debate. The Weeknd hasn't boycotted. They told The Weeknd it was either choose between the Super Bowl or do the Grammys. He picked the Super Bowl, and then they created the beef with him.
Yeah. So then what happened though?
He didn't boycott. They made beef with him.
Okay, but what happened? Why was
That's
the beef?
what
What did
He's
the
funny.
beef?
He's used. I get you. You have to get to the same point. He's just saying the word boycott is the wrong word. Is what he's trying to get.
Okay.
If there's a beef, a boycott is I don't support the Grammys. I'm not submitting none of my stuff.
That's what they're saying, and that's what they're doing.
That's not what they're saying. The Grammys are coming at them, or there's beef, and now after a while, if there's beef, then you step. But you didn't initiate the boycott. The Grammys told him pick the Super Bowl or pick us. He picked the Super Bowl, so it's not you didn't boycott. So they started the beef with you. Nicki Minaj didn't boycott. She was too loud, vocal, and loud about what category her song should be in previous years.
So they said no category for you.
Yeah, so she didn't boycott. From what I saw, she submitted this year, so that's not boycott. She submitted, and they said no, it's beef. No.
Okay, so I don't know if Nicki did submitted an album this year, but I will say that The Weeknd and Drake do not submit music to the Grammys anymore. 21 Savage submitted that last album, not Drake. So 21 Savage's record label submitted that album, not Drake. Drake does not support the Grammys at all anymore. But we can agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Well, with Nicki, it's not a boycott.
Well, Nicki, I think she still submits music, and I don't know, but I know that they don't even nominate her anymore. And I think
that was just
and that's crazy.
Year.
And I think that's crazy.
Year. The beef.
I mean,
and even when they nominate her, they also like don't give her any awards. The fact that she doesn't have a Grammy and they gave Cardi B, who hasn't put out an album in 8 years or so, is ridiculous. That's crazy. Cardi B got so you saying that Doechii isn't gonna get an album? I wouldn't be surprised if she doesn't. If she doesn't get
I wouldn't be surprised either, but
because they gave Megan Thee Stallion one. They basically have given.
Beyonce was in the song. Beyonce was in the song.
No, she got one outside of the Beyonce one, didn't she?
I think so.
Well, whatever. She has a Grammy, regardless. Beyonce has a song with
similar to this
with
year.
Nicki Minaj. She still doesn't have one, so it doesn't matter.
Similar to this year when Cardi won for Album of the Year, is you have to look at the albums. She didn't go against a heavy hitter album, and it was a good album.
I'm sure there were heavy hitters album of the year that was better than Cardi B's bullshit.
I mean, let's call it what it is. Who cares what the reason is?
The
reality here is that people don't like politics. Either you're gonna play the politics or you're not. She chose to not play it. Now her music's not gonna get nominated. She's not gonna win. Is what it is.
So even now we're speaking about it. Is best rap performance. We have Cardi B for a song that nobody heard called "Enough" at
That's not
Miami.
true.
I never heard it.
It's been up in the club for like 2 years now.
Sorry, I don't go up in the club. Nissan Altima by Doechii. When the Sun Shines by Pete Rock and Common. Houdini by Eminem. Yeah Glow by Glorilla. Like That by
The last two, man.
The same two people. Like Us and also Like That. I would say Like Us, Not Like Us Again would win for best rap performance because that video was vicious. So
I think so.
I
think it Not Like Us may end up sweeping.
The Nissan Altima video was crazy too, and her lyrics were crazy on that joint. She killed that. Doechii went off on that joint. It was like a rap genius joint. She was rapping in the field. Her titties were pixelated. It was crazy. It was black and white. It was tough. It was a tough video. She should win. Honestly, she got to win something. If she's nominated this many times, I think Doechii has like 6 or 7 nominations. She should definitely win. Record of the Year, Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter. I don't know where she came from and everybody likes her.
I like that song. I think that has a chance. But I feel like
you've heard it?
Espresso's been everywhere. I'm working late because I'm a singer.
I mean, I'm saying like this song is huge.
You've heard that song?
It's a huge song.
I don't know where y'all. I mean, y'all have younger people around y'all. Maybe I don't know.
You hear it at Target.
It's
you can hear it everywhere.
I'm the Target.
Do you go to Target?
No.
This song is everywhere.
Yeah, I do, but I don't listen to music when I'm at
Target.
Target.
It's on commercials. It's everywhere. That's the song I think should win. I think it's going to come down to
the
Billie
Beatles
Eilish.
are nominated too.
It's going to be Billie Eilish and Sabrina Carpenter.
What about Beyonce, Texas Hold'em?
Or Not Like Us?
What about Beyonce?
They love Taylor Swift. I don't think that song should win, but I think it's going to come down to Billie Eilish and Taylor Swift.
I didn't even see that there. You're right.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift, Fortnite. I never heard of that. Oh, that's what Post Malone.
I mean, it's going to be one of the white girls.
Yeah, pretty much.
Birds of a Feather, Billie Eilish. I never heard of that.
I'm more curious about Album of the Year and will Jay-Z's speech last year finally push Beyonce over? Because I feel like it's always a Taylor Swift award.
Oh yeah, for Album of the Year,
and I think this year might be the year. Well, I don't know. Now, like a lot of the Beehive members are starting to like simmer down. Like, this might not be the year.
You know what it was? A lot of people have been saying that ever since the Diddy allegations came up, and then for some reason Jay-Z and Beyonce's name kept coming up. The Beehive has shut the fuck up. They have not been saying a lot.
Well, that's not true. They sued Piers Morgan because they
didn't sue him. They sent him a cease and desist.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, listen, I think that Beyonce is gonna win on this one, but the only reason it's probably gonna win is because it's a country album, unfortunately. And so it sucks that this is the album that she's gonna win.
She didn't get nominated at all in the Country Music Awards at all. Not even one nomination. That's crazy.
I was curious how that would go.
That was fucked
up.
But to not give her one
she
nomination,
knew that though, because like when you paid attention to her marketing, like she had so many things lined up. Like she had what was it? I think it was Rolling Stone interviews. She had a bunch of things rolling out right when they said what the nominees were. Like she was ready for anything that came out. She's still wearing that big ass wig.
Hey, I do want to say shout out
I
to
thought he was
JT.
gonna say hat. I was like, oh, the hat.
He said
yeah.
wig. I thought he was gonna say
Cheers.
hat.
Hey,
But listen, though,
you know who to get. Bzz.
The Beehive
said,
get
you
his
know who to
ass,
get.
not me.
No, I was gonna say Cowboy Carter is a great
at
album.
Jay Moolah.
I listened to Two Most Wanted. Listen, I can name so many songs off the album. That album was amazing. Like that
It's a
was
great
perfect.
album. I do
You
want
listen to it?
Yeah, I did.
surprised.
I listened to it once, but I never went back. I do want to say shout out to JT for getting her first nomination and a Grammy for Alter Ego with K Tronada.
I let her struggle. I just sit there.
This nigga Jelani looked at me like, yes, suffer.
Y'all are petty.
he watched
Because
me.
it's like he sees a word and decides to say not say it right.
It was a few times that
You
I
notice he
I'm
said
not gonna
Doce.
say-
He said Doce the whole time. Like
I kept like,
what is
wait,
this?
Doce not Doje?
you were saying
No, Doce is not Doce. No,
Dochi?
Dochi. That's her name.
That's what I said.
No, it was like 4 times. Like
Oh,
the fourth
Lord,
time.
who
I was-
cares?
All right, you see?
You
Anyway,
see, and
let
then
him
it's
struggle,
like,
let him
yeah,
struggle.
you see, you're learning.
K Sinatra's album was fire anyways.
messing up everything.
I fuck with that joint.
I missed this concert. I was supposed to go, but I was out of town.
Did you hear what they said
survive.
about it when he came here to DC? They said that a lot of people were saying that when he came here to DC, everybody was just standing around looking stupid. Nobody danced.
Really?
Nobody moved.
I saw live videos. Them members was partying.
No,
out there.
people-
I saw
the
it was a pavilion.
People were mad. They said
Columbia.
so. The girl was like, if I was in Miami or New York, everybody would be turning up. But here in DC, everybody's too cool. Nobody.
That's the
was
DC
cool.
crowd.
Yeah,
I feel
Yeah,
like
it sounded like
I can
very
see
much.
that. That sound right.
Yeah, I was like, that's
I
us.
wouldn't
We'll
want to see him
definitely be
here.
looking
I would go
around.
see him in New York or somewhere.
You got to go to
where it's
like
a vibe. Or LA.
his Boiler Room performance when he did that joint for Apple. Like his music, the joint with Childish Gambino. This album was good. I really like this
Kid
album.
Sean's
He has
fire.
some joints on here that I fucked with. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Grammys for me. Shout out to Chris Brown. Also, even though they keep trying to cancel him, he got nominated in 3.
That man's uncancelable.
He is very uncancelable. They keep
That's not
trying.
true. You just
They-
don't-
They put out a documentary talking about
Enough time has passed, and I think now people are starting to forgive. But
They just put out a documentary.
you know who thought
talking
he was
about the abuse.
uncancelable? Diddy. And you see what happened? So no, if you
I knew Diddy's.
Well, there's a
I knew
difference.
Diddy's
There's
time
a
was
difference
coming.
here.
I
That's
thought,
way different.
yeah, I knew Diddy's time was coming, and he was also caught on camera beating the crap out of a woman with a towel. That was crazy.
The
The towel ain't even gone.
With a
come
towel,
on.
with a
He had a
stand.
towel on when he was running through the
with
hotel.
the towel on. I
Yeah,
thought
yeah,
you were saying
yeah.
he was.
He beat
Never
her
mind.
up.
Never mind.
My
Hey,
bad.
regardless,
He was wilding.
yeah.
But Diddy's time was coming. There was too many rumors, too many things coming. At some
But
point,
let's go back to Chris Brown. That's not.
Sorry,
Yeah, like-
no more Diddy. No Diddy.
But you know, though, I don't listen to Chris Brown albums anymore, but that song Residuals did so well that it made me listen to it. So I went back and listened to 11 and I was like, oh,
What
wow.
about Sensational with DeVito? That joint was fire too. You were just
that
playing.
came out like 2 years ago though.
I know it was good though.
I don't
That's a
listen to
good
Chris Brown. But this 11 album,
And
I was
he got
like-
nominated for it.
I wish I went to the concert though, because apparently this joint was like really good.
Would you have paid the 1K
Are you asking me what now?
to see Chris Brown backstage?
He got money.
He do. He fresh.
What type of flick would you have done with CB?
Just saying what your girl probably would do with him.
Oh, is that her crush?
Hey, or my Karen?
Is that her crush?
It might-
Is CB her crush?
No.
Oh, that would be funny. Somebody went viral for that. A lady's husband, a guy.
Right, he just took a shot. Like,
He did.
what?
He did. He
Saying,
definitely,
bro?
he definitely took a shot.
You mad because you would let him hold you? Like,
Get that money.
let me hold
Hey,
you.
Come on,
the
hold me
most.
tight.
Hey, I don't know if you ever watch Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, I'm actually rewatching that with my son, and it's like,
The best picture Chris Brown did take backstage. He did the fusion joint with some nigga.
That would be
I was
dope.
like, that was fire.
You know what's crazy? The niggas actually pay for these things.
I think that was dope because people made fun of Chris Brown when he did that, and now every celebrity does that for their joint.
and he charged the most, but
He charged the most.
These
I think it was
pics keep
1,000.
coming out.
I think it was 1,200 that he was charging.
What's crazy about that is these mammals don't got no money.
Yeah,
Using their credit card.
The only way that.
They put that
For
on
the
after.
memory.
They put it on Afterpay.
But imagine the guy who, as a wedding gift for his wife, he sent her to the concert and bought her that joint.
And she goes backstage and gets
Bruh, the
cranked.
picture she took with Chris Brown was scandalous, and
Yeah, that's wild.
and he's standing there like this. I think Chris Brown's like holding her like this, and she's like, "Nigga, what?" And you let her post it?
Somebody broke up with their girlfriend over
do you
it as
know that
well.
someone
There's a whole bunch of
actually-
stories.
Is that breakable offense though? That's wild. You can't break up with her because she took a picture. Like
depends
what
on
kind of picture? What kind of picture would it be?
You literally
Some of
said,
these pictures
you know we
look
had this
online.
conversation before. We talked about this.
Just
and
look
you said,
online,
my
bro.
girl can't do that. I'd dump her. Like she's
I said
representing
that,
me.
right?
Yes, you went on a rant.
I don't remember.
That's what I'm like. What?
Based on the picture, you can kind of tell if Chris Brown wanted
Brown-
her, he could have her.
I think
some of those
women-
I
pictures
think
look
he
like
had any one of them drinks, and he.
So I think
he's picky.
I think women will fold once they meet their celebrity crush. I think women fold like this. I swear. I don't think
I don't even think they fold. I think they go prepared.
they do. They do. They be like, I didn't want to fuck him, but you shaved. You knew what was going to happen. Stop it.
Well, on the same page, they say men are so easy. All you do is like compliment. I like your beard. Dudes be like, oh my gosh,
We are though.
have me.
Niggas, because we don't be expecting it. We be
Bro,
like,
you
am I gonna get cheeks today or not? I don't know.
First of all, you said you came shaved. That's crazy. Like,
Hey, so Beyonce, Cardboard Carter becomes the most Grammy-nominated
crazy.
album of all time, surpassing previous records set by Michael Jackson, Jay-Z, and Beyonce
Damn.
herself. So Cardboard Carter got 11 nominations. Thriller had 10. Blueprint 3, terrible album, got 10. And then I think Renaissance and Lemonade both tied for 9. So shout
One
out
of
to
those should have won album of the year. Probably Lemonade. I think Lemonade.
the fact that Beyonce doesn't have a album of the year just lets me
Crazy.
know but the thing about the Grammys and what I think black celebrities need to understand and what we need to really do is keep supporting our black award shows like the BET Awards, BET Hip Hop Awards, the NCAACP Awards, the Soul Train Awards, like all our black,
agree with two of
all the
those.
ones. Like they show up to all of these Grammy joints, and the Grammy people be spitting in our faces, bro. Like they will nominate you to a bunch of shit, and then have. I remember when they had Michael Jackson sit there and eat that shit. They
Jay-Z, 8
8
of them.
They,
And got to give him 0.
bruh, like to sit there. I remember, and they showed Michael Jackson's face, like y'all really brought me out here, and you know I don't have no fucking skin. What the fuck?
That's crazy.
That was wild. Michael Jackson was pissed.
What was wilder? What they did to him? What you just said?
What they did to him.
Oh my bad.
He don't care about Mike, my nigga, dog. He already know what it is. But nah, Nicki Minaj, honestly,
Can we not talk about her no
We
more?
need to
The
make
lady
sure
needs-
that-
the lady needs to shut up, and then she makes you nominated.
no, you don't have to shut up. Tell the truth. Niggas keep playing
We
with
don't
her.
know that she is. She married a pedophile, and then she wants people to care. Like, shut
you
up.
I think they divorced.
Oh well,
Wait,
That
what?
might have, she should have did that a long
She
time
didn't
ago.
divorce that nigga.
She separated herself from that song.
When?
I think they got
You know
divorced.
that song that Nicki
With
and
J. Cole?
Yeah, she's talking about him. Well, he's
Yeah,
talking,
but they're talking about like working through their differences.
doesn't seem like it worked.
She ain't leave that nigga, dog. She just took pictures with him because Safari came to the concert.
Kicked him out.
I heard he came with like a crew, a video
Yo,
crew.
Safari is funny. He came with a video crew.
Safari is hilarious.
Safari's a clown.
You know what's crazy about Safari? He canceled himself. Like he had an opportunity to kind of be.
No, but he
kinda
didn't
cool.
have any talent outside of
No,
talking
but-
about Nicki.
No, but he could have been a personality. Is what I'm saying. Like
He
could've-
was
could've
a
been
person I love hip hop. He got Erica Mena.
Yeah, but then
But that Erica Mena shit was wild. She's
But Erica
crazy.
Mena is what like canceled.
But you
him.
know what they say about crazy women. All right, no,
know.
finish. You know?
I heard. I don't.
Yeah, I heard it through the grapevine.
Yeah.
Jelani, you finish your rant.
I was just listening to what you guys were talking about.
We weren't talking about anything important. Nothing important. Nothing whatsoever. But yeah, shout out to Lil Wayne. He's still trying to keep his hair
So,
together.
speaking of Lil Wayne, let's talk about that for a second. And I think we should talk about it. Louisiana, what y'all think about it?
I didn't watch it, to be honest with you, but
I
from
saw
the
a
clips,
lot of clips.
the clips that I saw, unfortunately, made me realize that Jay-Z might have done the right thing.
There we go. That's all I want to hear.
But
That's all I hear.
I also want to give grace in the fact that if it was a Super Bowl performance, it would be different.
We don't know that.
But if it's an Amazon,
it was his.
It was
festival.
an Amazon festival. It's like, nigga, I'm high with my niggas.
No,
like,
he does it every year. Louisiana's not a. It happens every year.
And
That's what he decided to do.
The one thing I didn't like,
That shit was
I felt
terrible.
like
The Hot Boy
they
movie
gave
was
him the key to the city and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
I felt like it was a reaction.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it was because you got snubbed at the Super Bowl.
Here's
You should have. He deserved those flowers long ago.
Yeah.
for
So,
sure.
and even if it was already planned, just the timing, I feel like it's like
was just weird.
here, and it's like I don't like that. I think
And then
he's a
Master P
great.
gave it to him. It was just really.
I think
it was
should've
more
had-
orchestrated.
Yeah, and it's like if if the Super Bowl thing didn't happen, would you have done that? And I'm glad they did it. I just feel like they should have did it.
I think another thing that was really annoying to me was that when he did get the ring, he was like, "Yo, I bought Super Bowl tickets for my mom, and
He's
the
acting
Saints,
like a child.
and that was the day the Saints went, and I told her I was gonna perform at the Super Bowl." I'm like, Wayne, you ain't never told that woman that shit. Get the fuck out of here. You never told nobody you wanted to perform the Super Bowl, and I think he's reacting to the wrong thing. Unless Jay-Z really had a conversation, unless there was a real conversation that happened and they said, "Yo, we got you. It's you and a few other people in the running for this year's Super Bowl. You're definitely on the top of our list. We'll let you know." And then he didn't hear back from them and they ghosted him. But I honestly don't believe nobody spoke to this nigga about him performing at the Super Bowl.
Who said that? No one said that. Who'd you hear that at?
He keeps alluding to the fact that the Super Bowl was taken from him. That's what he said during. He said that.
No, he got his hopes up.
Yeah, he got his hopes up for nothing because what happened was, no, for real, because everyone knew the Super Bowl was going to be in New Orleans, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of platforms were asking him if would he want to do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that he fed into like that narrative that wasn't
But
there.
did he? And the point
No one
is,
spoke to me about this.
everybody's been saying, "Did you actually talk to Jay-Z?"
No one
Well,
spoke
see, he has a new manager now, and his manager
Cortez is
is his engineer. So they were saying the people, like a strong management team would have started preparing. For example, they say Usher extended his residency, and some people think Usher took that residency for the sole purpose of getting the Super Bowl.
to prepare for the Super Bowl.
So Lil Wayne should have been.
He was putting on a show during that
ahead of
joint.
time. Like Joe Budden podcast said, Usher was tired, bro. He was tired of that residency, but he extended it
To keep
not
practicing.
just because of the
To
demand,
lead
into the Super Bowl, and it
build
made
up the hype. Yeah,
exactly. And Lil Wayne should have been doing the same thing.
Is that what Usher gave us a shit ass album?
He put out an album.
Coming Home, it's nominated. You didn't look at the list?
No, I didn't see that part
You
in the
put it
list.
in here. Yeah. That joint is trash.
Oh, I did. I didn't see
But
that.
he has a couple good songs on there. However, he still
Does
has an
Usher
amazing
make
tour.
R&B or love making R&B?
Makes
What?
both.
In this album, was it?
I didn't listen to
what was it
I
giving?
mean, I listened to it once. It was just really bad.
What is it giving?
You gotta give it at least two.
It was all over the place. That joint was weird.
Because he
And then it was
gives me
called Coming
pop.
Home, and
I
it
feel
was
like a lot of his album
it was
is
so
like
weird.
a lot of the music he's come out with is popish.
Oh, nah.
It's
You-
not R&B.
You probably got caught up to him like in that pop period where everyone's doing pop. But
Yeah, everybody.
Usher is an R&B artist.
Beyonce and Rihanna, everybody was doing
Yeah,
pop.
it was
His
like
face.
Chris Brown. Like it was a period where everyone was
Yeah.
doing pop. He's an
Okay.
R&B artist.
But anyway, back to Usher. I think that his tour looks good, and I ain't
He,
gonna bash the GOAT.
he rehashed
No,
all the Joe Budden points. The one episode he finally heard.
No, I'm just. Oh my gosh, I'm just saying. Y'all try to bash Usher. Usher
No, I
is
like
doing his
Usher.
thing, and then it just goes back to Lil Wayne. I think you
Usher
have to
got
put
the
a
hurt.
lot of work in
Yeah.
in order to get the Super Bowl
For sure.
And
you don't think
if
Lil
Kendrick
Wayne-
wasn't beefing with Drake this year, I think Kendrick is worthy of the Super Bowl, but the hype and the buzz
Thank you.
goes into it. So it's
No, for sure.
If you have to be popping,
I'm
if you
glad
chilling-
someone admitted it.
No,
Thank
I
you.
don't think anyone denies that, but I think the issue is that people thought that Kendrick couldn't put on a Super Bowl show.
I think Kendrick
Well,
can
he-
do
he
it, but we
showed-
all
his
know
pop
why he
out.
got
Yeah,
it.
His
like-
pop out.
Like, what you
show
talking
it's
he
a
could
good-
put, he's
the pop out show is a great example of that.
Yeah.
He's gonna put on
And Lil
a
Wayne,
masterclass.
unfortunately, is not doing
And
anything
let's keep it a
to.
buck to like what Eric was saying. Like, let's say Usher didn't even do that, right? Being part of Super Bowl, you got to kind of create an image. Like, you have to do things. Like Usher.
Yeah, I don't know what Wayne. I don't know how
you
Wayne
have
would have a
Usher-
Super Bowl
You
show.
got to be a certain.
Jay-Z oversees it, but you have suits, and when I mean suits, you have the
People,
powers that be
yeah.
that are also.
But you also have to think
picking
about what
people.
marketable songs could Lil Wayne play at the Super Bowl outside of Lollipop.
He's a rapper.
Yeah,
He
a
has,
Milli.
he has
He's
a catalog.
6 foot, 7 foot, maybe.
He has a catalog, but you
listen.
he-
I love
he-
Lil Wayne.
you have
I
to rev
love
up.
Lil Wayne. But guess
Lil
what?
Wayne's my
His
goat.
last tour, he was at the Fillmore. Okay.
I think the smaller venues does him justice. He doesn't need to be on
But
the
that's
big
the point,
stage.
though, right? Like, he's not like in order to do Super Bowl, you have to do.
We should have went dog to that concert because this nigga going
Them
to
tickets
OD
was
in
too high,
another
bro.
month or two.
I couldn't fade.
Gentlemen,
Oh, you got to
But yeah,
bounce.
we appreciate you being here, my boy.
well, I truly appreciate you all having me. I've been wanting to be a guest for some time, and I'm thankful for the opportunity. I would love to come back.
Don't worry.
We can't wait to have you back. Sorry that we extended our time to a little
5 hours later, it's all good.
Hey, what I tell you?
CP time.
It'd be like that. It'd be like that. Before you leave, though, do you have a parking ticket you want to give out? We'll give you that before you bounce. If not,
I do have a parking ticket. I might, since I work in sports, I might go
That'd be
sports
good,
related. So my
give it to Bronny, dog.
No, I won't do that. Hey, everyone else benefits from nepotism. Why not Bronny? For
sure.
So
Hey,
no,
it's
my
a topic on
I agree
here.
with
I
that.
appreciate. I wish you could have stayed for the sports part too, but it's all
Oh,
good.
see, then and then you get me all excited. I'm trying to think who do I want to get the parking
Embiid
ticket
for punching
to.
the reporter.
You know what's funny? It was definitely going to go. My parking ticket was going to the 76ers just because they're slow start.
But that's smart though to suspend him for three weeks.
No, it was 3 games.
3 games.
And then he's healthy now, so you just started earlier. He probably wasn't going to come back to next week anyway.
That's
but my
good,
parking
I know.
ticket is to the 76ers because of the rough start. Granted, Paul
They only
George.
won 1 game, right?
Correct. Well, but the injuries. So Paul George was hurt. He's back now. But now Maxey, their young star,
He's
is out
hurt. He's
3
really hurt.
weeks or so.
Really, he's hurt.
So it's just a rough start. Yeah.
I saw that game winner that Paul George shot a hit and he waved off Maxey. Maxey had 32. Like, nigga,
Give it
if
to
you don't
Maxey.
give me the fucking rock.
Can I say something before you go really fast? That's your parking ticket to the 76ers?
76ers for the rough start.
I got a question before you go.
Go for it.
Paul George, does he take you to, like, does he get you a ring or not?
I think so. You mean the 76ers?
Well, the 76ers, that's why he went there. Like, I mean, he went there to compete for
If
that.
everyone gets healthy, that's the thing. It's health. I feel like
Healthy. Call it healthy in the
Embiid
vacuum.
and Paul George both get banged up, but I think my thinking
whole
is
team is
when
injured.
one of them is down, the other one can team up with Maxey and keep you competitive.
You think Paul George is good enough to sustain them and be the guy to carry them for, like, games if, like, Embiid's down?
He couldn't do it with the
Keep them
Clippers.
healthy.
He can't do shit,
No,
dog.
he did it with the Clippers.
He
when
didn't do
Kawhi was
anything
out,
with the Clippers.
he kept them afloat, and it got to the playoffs. In the playoffs, you need both of them
Yeah.
to be healthy, and they kept one or the other. Paul George led them to the conference finals by himself with no Kawhi. He went crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
And then they hoped Kawhi would come back, and he didn't have enough to get him over the hump. It's just, you need everyone healthy, or you need your alpha dog.
Wait,
and
the Clippers
someone
were
else.
really in the
Yeah.
conference finals? I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
with Paul George.
Who did they go against? Dallas?
No, it was just 2-3 years ago. So it may have been the Nuggets, I'm thinking.
Oh, wow.
The reason I asked that question is because when I heard Paul George go over there, like, I was like, ooh, everyone's going to be excited when you see it on paper.
Yeah.
But there's, like, this thing where he doesn't move the needle in a way that's, like, going to get you there.
Well,
He-
see, he's
I
a
think-
lot
I
of
like Paul
his
George,
game-
though.
I
I think
think-
his game is good. Don't get me
I
wrong.
think his
That's-
game is degraded now. I think he's not the superstar he was. I
Well,
think
no,
he thinks he still
he-
is.
but
He's
he-
like
he could be
he's in
a-
that Westbrook era.
No,
Westbrook is
he's
killing.
older than Westbrook, and Westbrook has
And Westbrook is killing right now,
resurgence.
yeah.
But
He had
Paul
one
George
game.
can be your secondary player because he does it on both ends of the floor. And the
plays
crazy thing is, he's
defense.
a lot of these young kids' favorite
Good
player,
player, yeah.
which is like Melo.
He's a
It's
perfect
like,
2K player. That's
yeah, it's
why.
like he's
a-
6'9", he can score, he can play defense, shoot the three.
He's a
He
2K
does-
build.
checks
He's a
all
good
the
B-plus
boxes.
armor.
It's like McGrady almost, but
Yeah, he's a
McGrady
2K
wasn't a
build.
better defender, but
Yeah,
you're likable.
that's a good example.
You
That's
That's why
you're
Kobe was
likable.
cooking that nigga McGrady.
That's a good example.
But I will say this to Paul George: if the B gets healthy in the playoffs, and then you have all three of them, I think they have a chance. It's just, can you
I don't think they beat
make it to the
Boston.
with the
The Cavs are also undefeated. I don't know how.
I don't believe in the Cavs now.
it's a lot of
Coco Jones,
really in the
dog.
playoffs. If it goes to 7 and you just get hot, anything can happen. I look at the Mavericks. That Mavericks team last year wasn't that talented. They had 2 superstars
Went
that
off.
willed them, and then they went to the finals. And what happened? I was
burnt
like,
out.
they don't have
They
enough.
were tired
Yeah.
of the
So-
gas. But Dallas got better this time.
Oh no, they definitely retooled. But all that being said, the
Clay about to be
76ers,
killing it.
I think the Celtics are deep, but you shrink your lineup in the playoffs. You go
Yeah.
7-man
Listen,
rotation.
yeah.
I think that the 76ers, if Embiid goes crazy and drops 40 plus points, and Paul George is sitting there with the corner 3, and Maxey is doing
Maxey
everything he can
slashing
do,
like
you
crazy.
have a chance to beat any of those teams because all you have to do is get to 7 games and then just take over. So I think the 76ers are a true contender.
Did Al
It's the
Horford
injuries.
retire?
No, he's still with the Celtics.
I saw a rumor
Who?
that he retired. Al Horford.
No, he's with the Celtics right now because
Okay, he's
Porzingis is hurt, so he's their big man right now.
Oh yeah, I don't
only
see any.
big man, honestly.
I honestly see them repeating. The Phoenix is cooking, but I definitely see Boston.
I don't
repeating.
trust anyone in the East to beat the Celtics. Like you're gonna have to play the perfect game. They
beat
they can score, they can defend, and they finally got
And
over the hump.
Jason Tatum got that Netflix special, and all of a sudden he's now playing like a possessed man.
Well, I know he got benched in the
Yeah,
Olympics,
benched in the Olympics.
and now he's playing like a man.
He's playing like.
But you
he has
listen,
something
he
to
always
prove.
kind of played like that. But
No,
No.
he was always
He
always
did,
had
but
that
last
chip on his
season, for
shoulder,
some reason-
well, really Jaylen Brown really balled out for them,
Yeah.
and that's why he won Finals MVP.
He
But
balled out in every game that mattered.
Tatum balled as well. But
For some reason, Tatum will show up for every game but the game that actually needs to be won. And that's the problem. He never showed up for like the Eastern Conference Final or for the championship finals. It was Jalen who was basically clutching it up every freaking time.
that's a luxury.
That's
to
that
have
Bernie.
two
That's that Bernice
superstars.
I was gonna
Burkos.
say like they both was
touch.
dropping like 30.
Well, he not with her anymore.
Who is he with?
He's with the beautiful former WNBA player Kai.
Is he? Wait, Kai.
He took her on a.
Oh, that light skinned girl. I saw that.
Jalen?
Yeah. Jalen. He's not with Bernice
Bernice
anymore.
anymore.
But
Her old ass.
you know what's interesting about that?
Them
I know
old
you gotta go.
ladies,
You know what's interesting about that? Jalen told us he's still a nigga by dating her. That's all he told us. He's really smart, really all the things.
He's a Harvard, not Harvard,
MIT.
but MIT, yeah.
But him going with her lets me know.
With who?
No, you get your crush. You get your crush.
No,
Wait, with
because-
him
you're
going
making
with
my point,
Bernice?
Yeah,
Or,
Bernice. He showed us he's still
you
a
got
nigga.
to.
Fine
You
wine.
got
No,
to.
I ain't. I'm not
You
mad.
gotta take it off.
No, I'm not mad at
You gotta
him.
knock it
But
off
you see what I'm
the
saying?
list.
Yes, exactly.
You got to.
He was just like,
You got to. You have to. When you get money, you
I'm
just
not
have.
mad at him.
at least he was smart enough to have a child.
That's like 50 Cent when he got in the game and started dating Vivica.
Yo,
You just gotta be
know what's
like,
crazy?
yeah, I
This
got
Brandon
that.
Ingram and
Keisha
Anthony
Cole was dating a young rapper. It's like a lot of people get money. And it's like I grew up idolizing you or wanting you, and now I have the funds
Niggas
to-
that
No, I ain't
Halle
mad at
Berry.
it. I'm not mad at it. It's just that Jalen presents differently than most athletes.
Yes.
Well, I think he has a.
But he never really went public with her. It was like,
It was known.
yeah, it was like
Yeah.
they caught them
His
niggas.
current relationship, she's on the championship bus. And it's
Yeah,
like,
you
award
seeing her.
shows.
He
the
actually like, yeah, this is the one I want y'all to see.
But
Not the BBL queen with the grandmother, dog.
well, fellas, it's been real.
All right, yo. Pause it.
I will see you all tomorrow.
So we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Outside of that, we do have a few other albums that we do want to talk about in singles. Glorilla, I don't even know how to say that. Glorilla?
Glorious.
Glorious? Oh, I can't see my eyes. I gotta fix my eyes.
I don't
like
like
the
that.
album,
I don't listen to that jump. It reminds me of Cardi B's first album. Just a bunch of like really good singles.
Wait, you say you don't like it?
No, I don't. It's good though. I just don't care to listen to it. I listen to it in the club. It's not writing music. It's nothing like. It's just a bunch of singles. It's good. Whatever. Nothing special, in my opinion. Money Long. She got a pen, so the album's good just because of her pen. That song Superpowers was fire.
Okay.
Queen Naja, Missing
I
You.
also heard that she divorced her husband.
She did.
So
So
this
this
album is like a
It's about divorce, honestly.
yeah, which is sad.
Yeah. Her pen is nasty. But Queen Naja, I don't even listen
She
to her.
gained
That
30
album
pounds.
is so that song is so fire. She had, like the choir on there. It reminded me of my boy Chevin. He passed away this summer. It literally it's called Missing You. That joint's fire, but
Oh, wow.
it's super deep and kind of sad, but yeah.
It made you think about him.
Yeah, rest in peace, my dog. But
The reason she's been going viral for the wrong reasons.
Really?
It's not
I don't
been
see
about
her.
her music. It's her body. She
Really?
gained like 30 pounds, and everyone's been talking about how like she's been talking about how people have been saying she got fat or blah blah blah. But a lot of people actually appreciate the weight.
yeah,
gain.
she a regular
So,
girl. Yeah.
She looks good. She looks good.
I haven't seen her. I was in the car today actually, and this song came on, and it was Tootsie and Money Long, Call I Do, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Mm-hmm.
Fire. I heard Tootsie album's good. There's another song on there called.
Is Tootsie the kid with the glasses?
I don't know what he looked like, to be honest with y'all.
I think so.
He had another song on there called Party Girl Anthem. That joint's pretty fire too. And shout out to Future. Future's on a run. This nigga's he has 3 number ones in 1 year, which is a record.
Wait, this new album was a #1 album too?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And
Shout
he's
out to
dropping
him.
another album.
He's feeding the streets, but like everyone keeps saying, a lot of his music there isn't no longevity right now. It's just music that's good, but it's not staying. There's no staying power right now.
Well, it all came out this year, so we got to see. We have to get past the year first, so we don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the only one that is staying is the Like That record. Outside of that, we're not hearing it stick around more so that you're not hearing it outside in parties or anything like that, unless Mr.
I was gonna say you don't go outside.
Yeah,
but
you're outside.
Yeah, I do be outside, so I be hearing them, and that's why he has 3 number 1 albums.
Okay.
And then honestly, I don't know if y'all been taking advantage of concert season. Like Cenat, we was talking about, was just on tour. What you call it? Waka Flocka just got canceled because he's a MAGA supporter. I'm glad that happened.
He didn't get. I thought it was a
They canceled
meet
his-
and greet. I didn't know
No,
it was a concert.
they canceled his concert at the Howard Theater.
DC's
Elamine
so petty.
loved it. Elamine, I don't know how to say his name. He's like a UK R&B artist. I went to his concert maybe 2-3 weeks ago. That was fire.
How does that happen?
What do you mean? How does what happen?
Who told you about him? How did you discover him? Like to go to his concert? Like
I've been listening to him for like the last year or so. I mean, shit. New Impressions just dropped a new album, and the first song on that joint's called "Mad at Fire," and they hit one of his songs, so that was kind of tough to see. About to go see Wale November 15th. You about to go too?
We are going to
We're
see
going to see
Wale.
Wale. The only thing is, I'm a little upset about.
he didn't put out any new music.
He didn't, but that
He did.
mixtape,
He put
that
one-
mixtape, that 3-pack, I listened to it. Where was I at recently? wherever I was at recently, I was in Charlotte. And I played Mission Statement. And I was like, oh, like that joint is so good. Like I listen, I find
though.
I find
No
myself
video,
listening to
no
it.
nothing.
He has a video. His 2 videos out.
For Mission Statement?
Yeah, his song Mission Statement and Ghetto Speed. But yeah, them joints is good. And I was kind of surprised. And I was like, but the problem is this is not the first time that Wale has done a tour with no album out. And I hate that he does that.
Yeah.
So maybe he's doing this music for his 2020, whatever Falarin 2 came out 2 years ago. Maybe that's what this is about. But like, bro,
Like an anniversary shit.
I don't even know what it is, but like I'm gonna go because he has good music in general. But I'm tired of him. When he does things that just feels so out of place, and it's just like if I didn't know your catalog, then it just would make sense. And I understand why when I speak to people, Wale, it's like I get why people don't really resonate with him. It's kind of weird. Mm-hmm. Like he even did that whole like when he dropped his video, he had on the Cherry Blossom phone pauses, and he did a whole campaign, but he didn't like.
It's no like staying power. It's nothing
just, like,
to galvanize people and get people excited.
But
it's just
he's
on tour now, and I haven't seen any footage or anything.
He's not posting it. Like it's almost like he doesn't. It's
his social media is not really. There's no weird. Anything. There's
like
nothing.
He's literally touring. He's like Anaheim. I'm here, but it's like where's the photos from last string? Like promote yourself. Like it's kind of weird. Like
you should have at least $500 so people can go backstage and take pictures with you.
Something has to give.
Something because. You want to be regarded as one of the big 3. Everyone says you were supposed to be there. You and Big Sean were supposed to be with Drake and these guys, considered those next guys, and you haven't really done anything to really just show that why we're missing you. And it doesn't feel like it. And we, as your fans, we expect you to just try a little harder. Yeah, just do a little bit more to make it show, just to prove to everybody. And I feel like him as an artist, he probably feels like he doesn't have nothing to prove.
I actually don't think that. I think he's burnt out. I think he's tired, and he's just like
he hasn't put out anything in a while. So what are you tired from?
I think he's. I think it's like the social anxiety thing. Like he's just kind of like proving himself. He's like, I know I'm here. Because to that point a little bit, which is interesting. Maybe like a month and a half ago, there was like buzz and conversation where people were comparing him and J. Cole, and they're like, who's the better rapper? And I was kind of surprised that conversation was a thing because some people were actually saying
Cole's the better rapper.
So people were saying like the conversation was like sparked, and they were just saying like Wale's a better rapper, but J. Cole's a better artist. And I was like, huh. And I was like, I could see why they say that.
Cole washing everybody in that class.
I think
people were saying that like Tyler the Creator is who we think J. Cole is as far as the creativity and all the things that he's doing. And then people just sat back and said, wait, but who raps better though? Like, this nigga is doing, like, when it comes to, because J. Cole produces his own music, he does all the things that Tyler does, but when it comes to spitting, Cole is washing niggas. I've seen him kill Benny the Butcher. I've seen him kill.
He's killed a lot of people.
He's killed everybody. Yeah. That joint, the Ab-Soul joint, that was fucking crazy.
Yeah, it was nuts.
Like, come on, the guy goes nuts, like you said. So yeah, when it comes to rapping ability, like the kind of rapping he does is not what Wale does.
Well, I won't go that far. I won't go that far. I do think they rap.
He's better. Okay.
I think that J. Cole knows how to enunciate and do certain things better than Wale. But I think Wale is like Wale is like in a category in the same space as like a rapper. But neither here nor there.
But Cole is better.
I think Cole's a better artist overall. But that's neither here nor there. But either way, that's what they were saying. I was kind of surprised, and I think Wale should be capitalizing on these conversations.
So do we think that Drake is a bitch for going to the Toronto for Vince Carter? Mind you, Vince Carter was also my favorite player before D Wade. But when Vince Carter's getting his jersey retired in Toronto, Drake did go to the game. He had a few drinks, got on the mic, and started talking about DeRozan, who was there. He plays for the Sacramento Kings now, and DeRozan, and he was mean mugging DeRozan the whole time with his friend Chubbs. And then he did tell the announcers that if they ever retire DeRozan's jersey in Toronto, he will climb up there himself and rip it down.
I'll put it this way. I saw the video with Chubbs and Drake standing on the sideline with their big-ass puffy coats.
It's cold in the I was about to say in the D.
All I saw was the reason why niggas don't like him. He looked corny, but whatever.
I mean,
great music. Shout out to the music, though.
But let's be real. You would feel a way if a nigga that you...
I'm not questioning his emotions. I'm questioning how stupid he looked. That's all I'm saying.
You could call it stupid, but DeRozan did an interview in Club Shay Shay where he did tell Club Shay Shay guy that Drake was actually the only person that was that was there for him when he got traded, and he basically was the one who housed Drake. Drake housed him for a little bit, helped him with his transition to his new team. Basically was just there for him, and he said he'll always be his friend to him. He'll always have whatever.
I saw that.
Only for him to now. I mean, I understand cameoing in a video that's a song that's popular for your culture, Crip Walk, but the song's basically is talking about this guy that you supposedly said is a good, genuine friend of yours that helped you through these hard times, calling him a pedophile. And you're sitting on, and the cameo that you have, you're sitting on top of the trailers that supposedly is where he trafficked women. So it's like, it just looks crazy. That's my man's. You're supposed to be his friend. You didn't have to be in the video. It looks
I mean,
crazy.
listen, I hear you, but you're changing the point.
It's not. That's the point. I'm mad that you was in the video.
Listen,
calling me a pedophile.
No, listen. The point that we're talking about is, did Drake look crazy? Yes, Drake looked crazy. Did Drake have a right to feel his feelings? Sure, he did. But Drake looked stupid as hell.
So you look crazy for being.
He looked
angry?
dumb as hell, dude. He was standing here like he was like some type of mob boss.
Yeah, he wasn't.
I'm really scared of you. I'm standing on the side of the court. Like, come on, bro. He looks stupid. Like, who cares about all the other shit he was talking about? The nigga looks stupid.
I don't know. Yeah.
He looked dumb as
Give
hell.
and take. I wish Eric was here for this next question, but you did wrote. You did write a few different things here as far as some of the shows that you're watching. Lioness, I just started season 2. Watched the first episode. It's gonna be fire. Zoe Saldana. I never found her to be a top tier actress, but
She's a top tier actress.
She is. I was gonna say that. I never found her to be that because the movies. She's in 2 of the biggest movies of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And, actually 3. Avengers Endgame. Avengers. What was the other one?
Something, and then she's in
and
the
then,
Thor, whatever.
No.
What's it called?
Avatar, the number one selling movie. Yeah, so she's literally
Guardians of the Galaxy. This she was
no,
in.
but even if she's in that, that's how she's not in the. What I'm saying is the 3 biggest movies of all time.
Is Guardians of the Galaxy not one of the biggest ones?
No, it's
okay,
not,
got
it's
it.
not. It's one of the biggest Marvel movies, but not all
Got it.
time. So they broke Titanic's record.
Got it.
That's how big it is. It's like the biggest.
But she's
movies.
a fire actress.
She is. But Lioness is dope. Nicole Kidman's face is not showing any emotion as always, but the joint is fire. Great show. And that one guy that's in the joint, he's also in the Penguin. The guy, the FBI agent.
You watch that show?
Penguin is fire.
I tried to watch it. I couldn't get
It
into it.
is so good.
It got renewed for season 2.
So good. So good. It is really good. Season finale is this Sunday. And that's the question I actually wanted to ask you. If you could be which villain, which Batman villain would you work for?
Work for? Or which villain would I be? I don't think I work for any of them. I'd be the
We're
boss.
regular people. We wouldn't be.
I'll be the boss.
Answer the fucking question. Who would you work for? You have the Joker. You have Two-Face. You watch enough Batman.
I know. I'm thinking about it. I was gonna say the Riddler, but I think, but then I was also gonna say
the Riddler will have you doing puzzles just to go into the bathroom.
And then, so low key, I would want to be with Joker because Joker is like the arch nemesis. But the reason I wouldn't do him is because he might kill me. Yeah,
He's gonna kill you.
Just telling you, I'm breaking it down. So probably Two-Face.
Two-Face is getting money, nigga. I would say.
Yeah, but not even just that. Like Two-Face had like a reason a little bit.
Yeah, he was corrupt.
No, he wasn't really a bad guy.
Yeah, his henchmen were all about getting money and fucking the government.
Who's the mob?
Up. Yeah. It was the mob is
Penguin.
Is Penguin, bro.
True.
Colin Farrell is putting on a master class of acting. Like he doesn't even look like himself, bro. This show is
I
so
didn't know
good.
that until now.
It is so good.
I need to get
I
past
definitely
episode
think
1.
you definitely need for sure. It's very good. Episode 1 is so good. But yeah, the show is really good. Season finale is this Sunday, so definitely need to finish it up. I think there's one more show on here you wrote. Shrinking. I've never heard
Season
of this.
2. It's an Apple TV show.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's good. I like it.
What is it about? I've seen the
Ford.
commercials, and people say that Apple TV
Harrison-
continues to put out fire shows,
Great
but no
shows.
commercials.
Great shows. I watched that, Loot. Can't remember the rest of them, but I watched a lot.
Did you watch Severance?
I did not watch Severance, but I should watch.
Did you watch Silo?
No.
Did you watch?
Did you watch any of these shows?
Dark Matter.
I did.
Okay, so
But Apple TV is great. That's what
yeah, but you're not watching the ones that I'm watching. You're watching
So?
the ones that no one else I know is watching.
I mean, it's on season 2 for a reason. I mean, listen, we don't watch the same shows. We don't have
It's
the same
fine,
interests.
but what's Shrinking about? I asked.
Yeah, but you got on a sidetrack. Started asking me a bunch of other questions too. But Shrink is just basically it's like a sitcom about Harrison Ford's a shrink, and they're taking care of people, and they're just kind of going through their own day to day. I think it's just dope because I like television shows that kind of take you away from all that stress that the TV shows we have. It's really chill, and it's actually pretty funny.
Basically, you don't want to watch Black Mirror.
No, I don't. But I don't want to ever. But no, it's just a really dope show to watch how these therapists are going through their own shit while helping therapize other people. But
Therapize.
That's a word.
I don't know if it is. If it is, that's funny. That was the first time I heard that. Therapize.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I made it up too though.
Therapize.
But either way, the show's good. It's on season 2. I like it. There's a lot of shows out right now. But anyway.
Yeah.
Invincible
is coming back out with their season.
Time.
They just put out the trailer for that. That's coming out, I think, actually January or February.
Is Mr. and Mrs. Smith going to be anthology?
I hope so, but they haven't
too.
said if there's a season 2 coming
I
out.
actually hope it's anthology.
And I hope they use Black people again. And people have been typecast, already try to say what the cast that they would like to have. And I think if they use those 2 people, it would be dope. But I don't know the actress and that young lady's name. Maybe I'll do a little picture at the bottom of the screen. That's about it for me. You want to do parking tickets?
Let's do it.
You got yours, or you want me to go?
Everybody voted for Trump. Simple as that. It's crazy.
Would you want no elaboration? That's just it. They know what it is.
Y'all gonna know in 4 years. Y'all gonna know.
That's gonna age like fine wine. I love it.
Y'all know in 4 years.
So my parking ticket is kind of in a similar vein or a similar whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, you're right.
So mine is going towards the people that were crying on the internet when Kamala lost. I think you guys need to shut the hell up, get over it. I think that what happened, and it happened for a reason. And I think that we need to suck it up and work towards establishing something for our own community rather than worried about what everybody else can give us. I think Black people need to galvanize, and what we need to do is mobilize in silence and shut the fuck up. Crying on the internet and showing people the vulnerability and how you feel, it just does nothing to move the case. And crying on the internet with no plan, no action, it just looks dumb. And I just get tired of it because you're looking for a reason to justify what happened, and there isn't. Let's just work on building our community growth and working towards something, and stop protesting for people. Like, Black women can't save everybody. Like, stop. It's always Black women in front of these crowds that are always protesting and trying to save everybody. I think Black women need to save themselves. Stop worried about everybody. Worry about yourself. Find your husband, find your spouse, find your girlfriend, whoever it is, find your family, build your community, and keep it moving. Worry about yours, just like everybody else was worried about them, and you all were busy fighting for everybody, and look what they did. So crying on the internet isn't going to solve anything. So that's all I'm saying. So you guys look dumb. To all you people crying on the internet. And all the white women that are crying on the internet, we know y'all voted for him. Stop it. All them blue, they're doing this little thing where they're blowing blue wristbands to let people know they didn't vote for Trump. It's more than half of the population of white women voted for Trump. Not all of y'all have those blue wristbands. Shut the hell up. We're not stupid.
I mean, I think outside of all that, I think to your point, I think the bigger issue here is just that, like, I would love for us to stop talking about race so damn much. I mean, listen, I know that
America.
You just talked about it. It's not just America. It's like
they make everything about race.
So I think that, like, at some point we just have to realize that, like, you can't put faith in things that don't work for you. It's like a weird thing. It's like insanity. Like, we function in these weird spaces. So, like, for me, this whole thing isn't, like I said it earlier, it's not really about black, white, or any of the races or any of that stuff. It's really about, like, Project 25. It's really about, like, life and death. It's really about the fact that people are choosing money over morality. And I think that's the part that's, like, the most disturbing to me. And maybe I was naive to think that this many people at this level don't care about each other. And I think it's weird to cry on the internet, but I think it is for the people that do have some type of emotion and stuff like that. I think it is a little bit of like what the fuck is going on, because we really go outside right now, and the people you may think that think like you and care about you and all these things actually may not, because of how many people voted the other way, and not because of black or white. Because what Trump showed us, that, like, the rhetoric and the way that he moved and disrespected people, to say that, and then the fact that he's a convicted felon, A convicted felon. Everyone ignored that. Like, they ignored the fact he's a convicted felon. They ignored the fact that he called people animals. They ignored the fact that they had this comedian on here calling a U.S. territory full of, like, Puerto Ricans, like, he called them garbage. And then the man is literally saying, if you don't listen to me, I'm going to turn the National Guard on you. It's like this isn't even black or white. It's just like, y'all niggas are just dumb. Like, it's like y'all are really sitting here not realizing that, like, he is going to screw every last one of y'all over if you don't fall in line, and then you're gonna get mad about it.
But no,
like,
I think everything you said is sensible and it's true, but they don't care.
That's my point. No,
that's the point. They don't care. Everything you're saying is true.
You're literally hitting
care.
on the head, and I think that you're hitting it right on the head. Like, you saying that isn't, like, profound. It's like, and I'm not saying you're trying to be profound. What I'm saying is that you're like, all of us, that we look at each other and we go outside, that person don't give a fuck about you. Facts.
I've always said that.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Nobody cares.
Because at least I thought that at least I knew that people don't care.
It just shows you how easily everybody can get manipulated.
But it's like, how many people?
Yeah, but like, the media did a great job manipulating everybody and believing what they wanted them to believe. So it is what it is. It just shows you how easily it was for people to get manipulated. And crazy. He literally told you what he was going to do, and they still said okay. So it's crazy. Hey, it is what it is.
God bless y'all.
Yeah. Shout out to you guys. Hopefully we do an episode before the end of the year. Shout out to us. We're gonna definitely do a wrap up show. But not only that, what we're gonna do is also have a pods given. If you're invited, holla at us. If not, see you next year. Deuces.
No parking on Sunday.